Jeff, if he makes some plays tonight, it could be a very good evening here on the frozen tundra of Lambeau, and I promise you that's the last time that I will say that tonight.
Well, he has to make plays. In order for them to win, Mike Vick has to have some plays, has to have a good game. But more important, I think, as I said, I think they got to take a little bit of the pressure off of him, and so you got to have Warwick Dunn, you got to have Duckett, you got to have Algie Crumpler, you've got to Sean Jefferson back in the lineup. Big game against Pittsburgh, 9 for 131. Injured since then. I think he's only caught 6 balls. Sean is a difference maker, a chain mover on third downs. It'll be good to see him come back and produce.
And we want to welcome everybody listening on Atlanta's 96 Rock. We are glad to have you aboard here from Green Bay, Wisconsin, on a, if not a Jamaican night, there are no warm breezes. It certainly could be much worse, Jeff. Maybe that's the way to approach this.
Oh, this is perfect weather. This is great football weather. It's going to be cold. The temperature is going to be dropping, but it's clear. It's brisk. This is great football weather. These players will respond to this.
28 degrees at kickoff here with a wind chill of 23. Jeff, any keys or any secrets to staying warm if you are a football player in these kinds of conditions?
Keep moving. Don't keep standing up and getting down up here in this booth. Was there a reason we opened these windows to get the feel and flavor of the stadium? Is that what it was? Thank you.
How about the linebackers for Green Bay? That's another story tonight, I think, that will be very significant as to the outcome of this ball game.
Well, I'd like to see Warwick Dunn and Algie Crumpler have days challenging those linebackers. Diggs is outstanding covering people.
Ryan Longwell kicking off from right to left, and we are underway. Alan Rossum, the former Packer, takes it at the 4-yard line. Straight ahead to the 10, the 15, the 20, and he is down at the 24-yard line for the Green Bay Packers. Torrance Marshall on special teams. It's a return at 21 yards, and we will now see the Falcons offense led by Mike Vick. Starting lineups are brought to you by National Mortgage. Mike Vick is the quarterback. Second-year pro out of Virginia Tech. The 2 tight ends are Reggie Kelly and Algie Crumpler. We'll also see George Lane and Warwick Dunn. Brian Finneran and Sean Jefferson are the wideouts. So it begins. The postseason for the Falcons and the Packers. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Split to the left side is Brian Finneran. And it is a double tight end set for the Atlanta Falcons. Now in motion, Finneran coming to the near side. Draw play. Warwick Dunn up the middle. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage and charges ahead to the 25-yard line. Tackled by Gilbert Brown, the master of the cheeseburger, along with Cletus Hunt. As they wrap him up, it'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Right away, first play. It's a contained rush. They did not rush that fake draw hard. The 2 inside guys, Brown and Hunt, both holding their ground. You got to press them, guards. Travis Claridge needed to press Cletus Hunt better.
Finneran to the right, McCord in the left slot, and Sean Jefferson is split to the left side. Mike Vick out of the shotgun on 2nd and 9 from the 25-yard line. Now it's McCord in motion. He will get the give on an end around. Right side to the 30, 35, 40, and hit at the 43-yard line and brought down. It's a gain of 17. A first down for the Falcons, courtesy of the product out of Kentucky. Tackled by Marcus Anderson, the strong safety. A Packer is down right now at the 30, and I believe it's Gilbert Brown, Jeff.
It is. He's had a lot of injury problems this year, ankle and whatnot. He's been a little bit overweight. He dropped a lot of weight, came back in the last 2 years to lose some, but he has been hurt a lot this year. I've seen Quincy McCord run this same kind of end around against LSU for a huge touchdown when he was at Kentucky.
Well, that was a very nice pickup of 17 yards.
Did I say Quentin McCord? I said Quincy. I'm sorry.
Quentin McCord.
I had a difficulty last week with Quincy Morgan and Quentin McCord.
That's all right. We know where you're going. Gilbert Brown is still down at the 29-yard line, and they are trying to get him up onto his feet. At 340 pounds, it will take more than 2 guys in windbreakers to bring him up.
It's good to get him out of there. All he is a run stuffer, and he's hard to maneuver. You got to double team him when you want to get a run going. So it's good to get him out of there. This will only help the Falcons' inside running game.
Jeff, would you rather have played when you were playing center a quick man or someone who's just mammoth like that?
I did not like playing real quick players. I had strength and size. At least I worked at my size and my strength, and And quickness was something that the good Lord gave me somewhat naturally. So I did not like somebody who could out-quick me.
Finneran to the left, Jefferson to the right on 1st and 10 from the 43 of Atlanta. Reggie Kelly in motion from right to left. I formation behind Mike Vick. Vick wants to throw. Pumps once, spins, now fires on the run. It's caught, work done, far side of the field. He's to the 50. He's to the 45. Dives down to the 40-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. A pickup of 17. The veteran, the middle linebacker, Hardy Nickerson, on the stop for the Packers. Nice job by Vick.
Yeah, nice play call. It looks like a little bit of repeat of the opening game against the Packers. That very first when they started coming out and driving. Great block by Claridge. He gets out on Marquez Anderson, the safety, just enough to allow Warwick Dunn to make the cut upfield.
Need to spread that Packers defense with unpredictable play calling. We have seen that on the opening series here for Dan Reeves and the Atlanta Falcons. Now a 1st and 10 from the 40 of Green Bay. Reggie Kelly is in motion. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here is Vick, handoff left side. Warwick Dunn, who cuts across the middle and spins, still on his feet and down inside the 30 to the 28. Nate Wayne is there. It's a gain of 12 and another Falcons first down. Jeff, that play calling is key right now, mixing it up with the pass, the run, and the run. Very nice.
Yeah, nice job by the O-line inside. Travis Claridge on Hunt did a good job turning out. Big Bob Whitfield turned out the right end. I think that was Vonnie Holiday. They flip-flopped their ends a little bit at times. Good play calling, good execution.
Looks like the Falcon offense that we saw in November and October. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kelly in motion. Warwick Dunn, the single setback. He'll get the call right up the middle and nothing to be had there. A pickup of 1 yard. On the tackle is Campman, a 4th-round pick out of Iowa. He is the left end, 6'4", 285-pounder. And that'll bring up 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard pickup.
Real poor block by Keenan Forney. He's pulling right to left. He's got to block Campman. Log him in or kick him out one way or the other. Let the back make a choice. He did neither, and Campman came underneath him for the tackle.
Packers have never lost a home playoff game here at Lambeau Field. It's 2nd and 9 from the 27. In motion is Finneran from right to left. Jefferson split to the left. Deep drop by Vick. Firing wide open is Brian Finneran, who makes the grab, and he is brought down at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 6 yards. The stop, Mike McKenzie, the left cornerback, the 4th-year pro out of Memphis, and that'll bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 from very close to the 20-yard line.
Brian Finneran all the way across the back of the formation, in motion, and then he cuts it back upfield and across field, running away, as we've seen a lot of receivers do to the Falcons this year. Nice job.
Finneran and McCord go to the left, and to the right it is Sean Jefferson and also Warwick Dunn. Mike Vick operating out of the shotgun all by himself, 3rd and short. Here is the snap. Straight drop for Vick, looking now in trouble. Being chased, gets away from one pursuer. Now on the run. He's to the 25. He's to the 20. First down, scampers out of bounds. After a gain of 4, he only needed 2. Run out of bounds by Bryant Westbrook. So the drive continues. They will move the chains along the far side of the football field.
Good job by Mike Vick avoiding the rush, picking up the first down. That was Biaggia Miller jumping inside on the Falcons. He was at the left defensive end this time. He leads the pack in 12 sacks, and he was able to club Todd Weiner and get inside of him.
Biaggia Mila's brother, pretty good football player at San Diego State. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Receivers right and left. Now in motion, Warwick Dunn. He'll go to the left side. Vick under center, rolling to the left. He'll keep the football. He's got a wall in front of him. 15 and run out of bounds, I think at the 12, maybe the 11-yard line. A pickup of 4. Matt Bowen, the free safety, is there. He is in for Darren Sharper right now, and the only team besides Dallas that did not score a touchdown on an opening drive this season, the Falcons. So maybe that's about to change.
Yeah, this is an excellent job of keeping a defense off balance with the run and the pass. Great play selection, execution. Mike Vick running the football. I mean, that was a planned run all the way. And as you said, a wall of blockers. That was a nice job of getting out in front of him.
When the Falcons push into the red zone today, it's brought to you by Toyota. Falcons last 4 games, 16 trips inside the 20, only 4 touchdowns. Coming up the 9th play of the drive and a timeout. Mike Vick calls for timeout. He will come over and talk with Dan Reeves. We'll take a break. 10:05 left, opening quarter, and it is the opening drive for the Falcons. A good one. Keep it going, boys. This is today's game brought to you in part by AT&T Wireless. In attendance, Governor-elect Sonny Perdue. I talked with him. He's a big Falcon fan, feeling good about this club today. And why not, Jeff, with this opening drive? Pretty impressive.
Excellent.
2nd and 6 from the 12. Finneran comes to the right. Sean Jefferson to the left. And it is an offset I formation now. George Lane and Warwick Dunn. In motion is Jefferson from left to right. Vick under center. The give is straight ahead to Warwick Dunn, and he has met a host of Green Bay Packers green shirts all over the place. Hunt is there, as is Campman. They converge for the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Let's go to Billy White Shoes right now downstairs. Billy?
I'm rather anxious to see if we take advantage of Bowen, who is replacing Sharper. I watched him several plays before, and there was a lot of confusion back in the secondary. Hopefully, we will take advantage of that and be able to get 6 points.
Big play here, 3rd and 4 from the 10-yard line. One of the keys to this game has been the Falcons being effective in the red zone. Let's see if they can start that way. 3 receivers to the right. Warwick Dunn behind Mike Vick. Finneran in motion. He will go to the left side. Here is Vick wanting to throw, setting. Plenty of time. Looks right, looks left. Throwing, finding Sean Jefferson. Touchdown Falcons. Falcons are on the board. Jefferson on the throw from Mike Vick. It's a 10-yard strike, and the Falcons are up 6-0 here in the opening quarter.
Packers come with their dime coverage, leave one linebacker in there, Diggs, who they think is their best cover guy. This time, a little bit of a mismatch. Sean Jefferson runs a great route on him, fools him, he's wide open.
Billy called it. It was Matt Bowen on the coverage in for Darren Sharper. So here is Jay Feely, the point after attempt with Chris Moore holding and trying to extend that Falcons lead to 7-0. And here is the kick. It is up, and it is good. 9 minutes, 17 seconds for the Atlanta Falcons. That's all it took. What a great drive. 7-0. Falcons lead the Packers. We'll take a timeout. This is the WGS SunTrust Bank donated $1,000 to the Atlanta Falcons Youth Foundation. Thank you very much. 10 plays, 76 yards, 5:43 a time on the opening drive. And Jefferson, the 10-yard touchdown catch. Mike Vick, 3 for 3, 35 yards. And the touchdown, man, oh man, is he sharp.
They are sharp. They executed well. The play calling was very diverse. Good job of the O-line protection. Nice running by Warwick Dunn.
Jay Feely kicking off from left to right, steps into the football. It is high, and it is very short. It bounces at the 19, is picked up by Robert Ferguson. Now bringing it to the near side, trying to turn the corner, and he is smothered at the 20-yard line. Good defense on the special team by Gerald McBurrows. It's a return of 2 yards. We'll take a break. 7-0 Falcons, 9:12 left in the first quarter. This is the WGST Hullinger with Jeff Van Note, Billy White Shoes Johnson, Pete Davis. Edgar Tregetz is in our command center of Peachtree Road. 9:12 left here, opening quarter of play. Falcons 7-0 after that long drive of 10 plays, 76 yards, 5:43 of time. Now, Jeff, let's see what the defense can do. 1st and 10 from the 20. Green Bay will send out 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Brett Favre. Amon Green is immediately behind him. Favre wants to throw, looking near side. Quick toss over the head of Robert Ferguson along the Green Bay sideline at the 26-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they came out with the 3 wides. Falcons matched up, bringing Ron Bolden into the game, and only 1 safety, Keon Carpenter. It did not look like Ferguson was ready for the ball.
This is the 17th playoff start for Brett Favre. His record is 10-6, and it is said that he is much better the colder the temperatures. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here's the handoff. Green right side and trying to turn it, and Ray Buchanan is there. It's a pickup of 3. Chris Draft also. Draft has been playing very, very well this season, as John Holisek has been struggling with the injury, that you know, but Draft has had a very nice year. Jeff, it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Brett Favre and the Packers.
Great job that time by McBurrows. He submarined Wally, the left guard who was pulling, refusing to let him get outside, so he had nobody lead blocking him. That's why Draft was able to scrape and make that play.
Double tight end set of Franks and Davis now, with Franks lining up in the backfield. 3rd and 7 from the 23. Out of the shotgun is Brett Favre. Here comes the pressure, gets rid of it, and it is intercepted. It is picked off by Keon Carpenter. Carpenter up with the football. He loses it, but then recovers at the 38-yard line. So the Falcons get a turnover on Favre, and Carpenter from Virginia Tech is in a celebratory mood.
Terry Glenn not looking at all for the ball. Excellent job by Keon Carpenter's 5th interception of the year. And a good job by the Falcon defense. They blitzed that time, Jeff. Put a little pressure on Favre. Both linebackers, Brooking and Draft.
So the Falcons take over the ball with a 7-0 lead. 8:24 left, opening quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 38. Algie Crumpler is split to the left side. Brian Finneran to the right. Warwick Dunn behind Mike Vick. On first down from the 38 of the Green Bay Packers. Vick, straight drop, wants to throw, trying to set the screen, pumps one, still looking, now being chased, and just throws the football away wisely to make sure that he didn't run into any trouble as he was being pursued. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, smart play by Mike Vick. They had the screen set up all the way. The Pack smelled it out. Gilbert Brown's even back in the game. He was out there, but it was Nate Wayne, the linebacker, who was in great coverage on Warwick Dunn, so he decided to throw it away.
Gilbert Brown and Cletus Hunt were in chase on Mike Vick. The thought of Gilbert Brown catching Mike Vick is pretty preposterous. Unless Vick is holding a bag of crystals. 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Vick under center. Behind him is Warwick Dunn. You can hear the cascade of boos from the fans here at Lambeau. Here is the handoff. It is to Dunn on the draw play, and Hunt is there for no gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. Let's go downstairs to Pete Davis. Pete?
There's very little wind tonight, no snow, and they got huge heat blowers on both sides of the benches, so it doesn't look like anybody's going to freeze their off tonight. And the defense is taking advantage. They're sitting there, Tuckus down.
All right, Pete, thank you. 3rd and 10 from the 38. Gaylor is split to the left. Finneran comes to the right, along with Quentin McCord. So 3rd and long for the Falcons. 7:45 and running. It's McCord in motion from right to left. Vick wants to throw. Medium drop. Standing, looking, firing across the middle, and Gaylor makes the catch. Loses the football, but it's going to be incomplete. At the 24-yard line. Man, Gaylor should have brought that football down. Maybe was feeling the pressure, but that would have been a huge gainer for the Falcons.
Yeah, they needed that. They needed like 7 or 8 yards at least to give Jay maybe a good shot at a field goal. They're going to be forced to punt here. You get nothing out of the interception. You're right, Jeff. He should have caught it. Good route. Excellent throw by Mike Vick. Good protection. He's got to pull this ball down and tuck it away.
Well, he had it momentarily, but just didn't really gain possession of it. Eric Metcalf is deep. Chris Moore standing at his 49-yard line, trying to angle one out of bounds or pin the Packers. Here is a high floating punt that lands at the 7 and takes a Falcon bounce down to the 4-yard line. It's scooped up by Kevin Mathis. 33-yard punt by Chris Moore, the 13-year pro out of Alabama. Nice job. Falcons 7-0, pin the Packers deep in their own territory. We'll take a break. This is the WGS.
This afternoon from East Rutherford, New Jersey, the Jets roll the Colts 41-0. Chad Pennington over 200 yards of passing and 3 touchdowns. The Jets move on in the 2002 season NFL playoffs. Back out to Lambeau Field.
All right, Edgar, thank you. 7-0. Falcons lead the Packers here with 7:27 left, opening quarter of play. It's 1st and 10 for Green Bay from the 5-yard line. Anderson and Fisher are in the I formation, and here is the give. It's to Tony Fisher, the free agent out of Notre Dame. He has running room across the 10, and down at the 12, it is a pickup of 7 yards, tackled by John Dale Carty.
Yeah, they had a nice job of blocking. William Henderson, the 7-year fullback out of North Carolina. Whaley, the left guard, pulling again. This time they make this play work with the lead block of Henderson, able to pick off both linebackers, draft him.
Amon Green is checked back into the game. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Clock inside of 7 minutes here in the first quarter. Man, the Falcons needed some points out of that turnover they got of Brett Favre. 2nd and 3 from the 12-yard line. Now in motion is Terry Glenn to the near side. Swinging it out, and Green can't hang on to the football. Out of the backfield on the little flare pattern. And that'll bring up 3rd and short. Call it 3rd and 3 from the 12.
Yeah, that's about 3 times now the players on the Packers side don't look like they're ready to catch the football. Amon Green, 50-something catches this year, too. Their second leading receiver.
3rd and 3 from the 12-yard line. With 2 receivers coming to the near side, 1 to the far side. Favre under center. And this is Favre. Quick drop. Looking now, going up top, man out there. And good Falcon defense. Tyrone Davis, the tight end. And it was just kind of lofted up in the air. And Keon Carpenter was over there to bat it down along with Fred Weary.
Yeah, he tried to get in a double coverage. Sort of unusual. You described it right. It was a lob pass, maybe allowing him to use his height to get up there and get it. This is a former wide receiver, Tyrone Davis, and been playing tight end for the last couple of years with him.
Josh Bidwell will stand a couple of yards deep in his end zone, and Allen Rossum around the 43-yard line of Atlanta. Here's the snap, and Bidwell almost gets it blocked. He does! It's blocked Falcons dive on the ball in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mark Semino is the man who came up with the football. Is it Semino who had the block? Semino had the block, and he comes through and gets the block on Bidwell, and the Falcons special teams deliver.
I was just about to say, good job by the defense that kept them back there. They only got it out a little bit, and bingo, they come up with a huge play. Not just a block punt, which can be demoralizing, the block punt for the touchdown. Wow. Great job by Semino. And Joe DeCamillis and his special teams.
Taking a look at it on the replay.
Came free, nicely designed. The up back had to go for somebody else.
And Artie Ulmer, the veteran of so many special teams plays this year, down with the football, and the Falcons are cooking here in the first quarter. 6:38 left, opening quarter of play. Falcons 14-0 with the Packers. It is 14-0. Falcons leading the Packers here in the first quarter. 6:38 to play. And Jeff, that special teams work by the Falcons of Semino getting the block and Artie Ulmer on the football. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you get in the postseason. Things go your way.
Yeah, that's a nicely designed block by Joe DeCamillis, and certainly the execution. We don't mention Artie Ulmer enough. He leads his team in special teams tackles. Semino is behind him by about 10.
Feely kicking off from left to right, and this time taken by Robert Ferguson near side at the 10. He's up to the 15-20, met at the 25, and down at about the 26, maybe the 27. It's a return of 12 yards, so we will see Brett Favre again. And Favre right now, a very quiet 0 for 3, but this too shall change, Jeff. But it's a nice start for the Falcons here in Frosty Lambeau.
Well, they're certainly not in sync, and as I said, I think the receivers weren't expecting the ball. None of the three receivers were had to pass incompletion, so I hope it continues.
Terry Glenn and Donald Driver are to the near side. It's an I formation. On 1st and 10 from the 27. Now in motion, Donald Driver to the right side. Amon Green gets the call, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. And a pickup of maybe about 2 yards, 1.5 yards. Keith Brooking is there. Matt Stewart also for the Falcons.
1,240 yards this year, 4.3 a carry. Amon Green missed 2.5 games. Some back. A great pickup when they got him from Seattle out of Nebraska.
Jeff, first time in 14 home games in the playoffs that the Green Bay Packers have ever been down by 14 points. 2nd and 8 from the 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Favre quick drop, look, and across the middle. It's caught at the 37-yard line by Bubba Franks, the veteran tight end. A gain of 7 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 1, maybe a little bit less than that.
Well, Franks is having a big year. He's in the Pro Bowl again this year, and he's caught, my gosh, 54 catches, 9 TD catches, and there's a big mismatch in size. He on McBurroughs at 6'6".
3rd and 1 from the 36 of Green Bay. Double tight end set. Here is the give. It is to Green straight ahead. And Green very close to the first down. I don't know if he's got it or not. Chris Draft is there to wrap him up. But it depends on the spot, of which we cannot see yet.
I think he's got it.
And he does have it. They signal a late first down for Amon Green. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Green Bay from the 38. And finally, something to cheer for the home crowd.
It was a grudgingly given up first down, too.
Receivers right and left for Brett Favre. I formation on 1st and 10 from the 38. Draw play. Green right up the middle. Met at the 40-yard line by Keith Brooking. A gain of 3. It closed in a hurry. Maybe a gain of 2 here, depending on the spot. We'll call it 2nd and 8. As we see David Martin and Tyrone Davis check into the ball game. Checking out is Amon Green. So 2nd and 7 from the 41-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Donald Driver and Terry Glenn. And split to the right. Well, it's 3 tight ends now for Green Bay. In motion is David Martin to the right side. Straight drop for Favre. He has time. Now looking, firing the ball downside. And let's see if there's a penalty marker that goes flying. Both receiver and defender in pursuit of the ball fell down at the 20-yard line. David Martin was out there, but the coverage was pretty good for the Falcons.
I think he's ineligible. I think Martin ran out of bounds down around the 35 or the 40-yard line. I think he
No, you're
stepped
right.
out. I'm looking at a replay now. He stepped out long before this, and they should have called him. The official should have thrown his cap, and he would have been an ineligible receiver. And, yeah, was he interfered with? Yeah, but maybe they say no harm, no foul because of the two things.
So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Brett Favre on 3rd and 7 from the 41 out of the shotgun formation. Falcons 4-man rush showing blitz. Brooking jumped off sides. Now free play up top, and it is incomplete. Along the far sideline, Donald Driver was the target, ran into double coverage. But let's see if it was Brooking who jumped off sides.
It's going to be offsides in the Falcons. Not enough for a first down. How about the Falcon DBs challenging every one of these passes? They're challenging the receivers. We haven't seen them this tighten up, and they're going for it. Favre's going for it, but we haven't seen them tighten up like this on the coverage for a while.
56 defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So it's Keith Brooking who jumps off sides. It'll bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 with the ball at the 41-yard line. 4 minutes, 7 seconds left. Opening quarter of play. Atlanta 14, Green Bay nothing. Double tight end set, offset I formation now. And Favre, short drop, looking, throwing the football. It is caught by Bubba Franks in Falcon territory at the 42-yard line. That is a pickup at 13 yards, enough for a first down. Tackled by John Dale Carty.
Well, that's the best play they've run passing-wise. They did a nice job clearing out draft. He had to follow Henderson out of the backfield, and that opened it up right there for Franks. One-on-one against John Dale Carty. No more for his special team play than at strong safety.
Tony Fisher comes into the ball game, the free agent out of Notre Dame at the running back slot, coming to the near side. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. On 1st and 10 from the 41, in motion, it is Tyrone Davis right side. Favre throwing, and it's incomplete. And Donald Driver says that there should be a penalty marker, and there is a late one thrown at the 30-yard line, and this is going to be a hold, I would guess, against the Falcons.
Well, they never call a pick anymore. In my mind of thinking, who is that? Tyrone Williams is picking.
21 defense.
Is picking
That's a 5-yard
Ron Bolden.
penalty. Automatic first down.
All right, so 1st and 10 with the ball at the 36-yard line. Split to the right is Donald Driver, and coming to the near side is Robert Ferguson. It's an I formation now, and the give is to Tony Fisher, right side. Fisher some running room as he is banged down at the 30, maybe the 29. It's a gain of 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd and 3.
Thought he was down, but nobody had a hand on him. He dropped his knee down after a pickup of about 2, but nobody got a hand on him, so he wasn't officially down.
Falcons 29th against the pass, 23rd against the run, and they are 8th in points allowed at 19.6 per game. 2nd and 3 from the 29. In motion, Robert Ferguson. He'll go to the right side. Here is the handoff. Amon Green. He has a big hole down at the 20 and stopped at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Keon Carpenter is there. But the Packers are putting together a very, very nice drive here, mixing up the run and the pass.
Well, the thing about it is, I mean, the Falcons are giving up on 3rd down about 39%, but the last 4 or 5 weeks it's more like 50 on 3rd down. But they were 3 and out except for the offsides. They would have had been out of there and off the field except for that offsides penalty.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Brett Favre. And Favre, the handoff, it is to Green, and he is swarmed by the Falcons for no gain. Brady Smith is there, the 7-year pro, the right end out of Colorado State, who knocks him down. Nice job by Brady Smith. And coming up the 10th play of the drive for the Green Bay Packers.
Got to stiffen it up. And here's where if you're the defense you want to be through the playoffs, okay, hold them to the field goal. You give them a field goal attempt, but hold him to the field goal. Don't let him complete the pass.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Driver to the near side. Glenn to the far side. Favre under center. Wants to throw. Straight drop.
Yes.
In trouble. Favre is met and sacked at the 30-yard line by Brady Smith. The Falcons defense there for the 10-yard loss. The sack of Brett Favre.
Big play by the defense. Sam Rogers knifes inside on Wally, the left guard, and he's wrapped up around Brett Favre's ankles. And as Favre turns to try to get out of it, Brady Smith clamps it. Nice play.
Falcons defense coming into the game, a total 47 sacks, 4th most in the NFL, and 2nd in team history. They will find a quarterback. Now this is a big play. It'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 19 from the 29-yard line. So Favre out of the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Favre with time, going long, far sideline, overshoots his target, well covered. And a nice job on Robert Ferguson by the Falcons defense as they were all over him. That'll bring up 4th down, and Jerron Bolden did a fine job on the coverage.
Excellent job of the secondary in this first quarter. They have challenged every pass. Now, you got a little bit of a holding call on Jerron, but I thought, as I said, it was a pick. They never call it anymore on the pick ever since the 49ers started winning championships with that kind of an offense.
Ryan Longwell, a 47-yard kick. Here's the snap, the hold, and it is long enough, and it is no good. It is wide to the right. So Green Bay, Jeff, gets nothing out of that fine drive where they had 11 plays, and they held it for, let's see how much they held it for. 5 minutes and 40 seconds. They get nothing out of it. We got 58 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
Very sweet. Falcons win this first quarter. Got great field position now. Important to keep putting pressure on this Green Bay defense and also on the offense when they get it back. But you don't have to get a score this time. Just get that ball down there backed up inside their 20.
Today's game brought to you in part by Toyota. I'm Jeff Hullinger with Jeff Van Note, Billy White, Hughes Johnson, and Pete Davis. Ryan Finneran goes to the left side. Sean Jefferson to the right. It's an I formation behind Mike Vick under center with 58 seconds left here in the first quarter. 14-0 Falcons lead. Here is Vick. Play action now throwing, and it is complete. Finneran makes the catch at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12, tackled by Tyrone Williams. What a strike by Mike Vick. He is on his mark here in the opening quarter. The numbers on Mike Vick, 4 of 6, 47 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Excellent play action. It held the linebackers, Diggs and Wayne. Neither one could get out to help Tyrone Williams on that curl-in route by Finneran.
Falcons were the last visiting team to win a game here at Lambeau. 1st and 10 from the 49. Jefferson in motion. He'll join Finneran on the left side. Offset I formation handoff. Warwick Dunn right side, now trying to turn the corner. He gets into Green Bay territory and is brought down at the 49-yard line. A pickup of 2. Diggs is there on the stop, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. But what a great first quarter it has been for Falcon fans all over the Southeast and all over the country. And tonight it is Atlanta leading Green Bay 14-0 as we move on to the second quarter. We'll take a break. All right, welcome back, everybody. Jeff, let's get on the bus. Let's get out of here. 14-0. Give it to the Falcons tonight. What do you think?
You got to just keep maintaining this momentum, Jeff. I mean, they have them a little bit off balance. They're uncertain of how to defend them. A lot of different formations. They're using nickel and dime against this Falcon attack, and Mike Vick is executing.
Finneran comes to the near side. Jefferson to the far side. McCord in the left slot on 2nd and 8 from the 49-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. It's an I formation of George Lane and Warwick Dunn. Play action. Mike Vick in trouble now on the run, coming near side, straight arm, and just throws the football out of bounds as he is hit. And Vick takes a shot and is slow to get up along the Green Bay Packers sideline. Is he all right? Looks like he's okay.
Yeah, they had the dime safety in there, Antoine Edwards, that time. He's coming off the edge. He's the guy chasing Mike Vick. A little bit faster than normal. You're used to running away from defensive ends like Biamilla and Bonnie Hollanday. This time it is Antoine Edwards.
Let's go to Pete Davis downstairs, Pete.
You don't want to fall when you get off the field. The field is heated. It's soft, but about 3 feet off the field, it is a frozen tundra.
3rd and 8 from the 49-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Warwick Dunn stands behind Mike Vick. 4-man defensive rush. And Vick wants to throw. Straight drop. Has time. Now gets rid of the football. It's caught and incomplete. Sean Jefferson was trying to make the catch at the 45-yard line of Green Bay. He would have been short of the first down anyway. But he was really hit and hit hard by Bryant Westbrook.
What a hot dog. He's out there gloating over that cheap shot. The unsuspecting wide receiver, he laid a shoulder into him like I don't know. I don't like that stuff.
Chris Moore stands at the 38-yard line, and deep is Eric Metcalf at the 10-yard line for Green Bay. And here's the snap. Moore gets rid of it, and a high floating spiral. Fair catch called for, and it hit one of the Green Bay guys. Falcons say they have the football, but let's wait and see what this is all about here. If he had the opportunity to catch a ball or not, Jeff.
Well, his man is blocking, though. Tyrone Williams is blocking Kevin McAdams, and he runs right into the back of his man blocking. I think they're signaling it. They're going to give it to the Falcons. That's the way it should be.
Falcons get the turnover. Again, the special teams delivering as Metcalf was trying to come up with a football, but the man who was blocking for him, Jeff, really was sent into Metcalf.
Yeah, and Metcalf ran into Tyrone Williams, and that's not McAdams' fault.
Was overpowered into his own man. Touched the football. Recovered by Atlanta. First down.
All right, big play. We'll take a break. 14:36 before halftime. 14-0 Falcons. They have the football. This is the WGST Atlanta Falcons Radio Network.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, Kenny.
You know what I miss about football these days?
The old uniforms with the stars and
Come on, those barefooted kickers. Don't you miss those guys?
No.
No?
That's right. In my opinion, good riddance. They were a blight on an otherwise flawless game.
Wow.
Get back to us. Miller.
Okay, we are back on 1st and 10 from the 21 of Green Bay. A double tight end slot with Finneran in motion from left to right. Now coming back to the left. Here is Mike Vick, the handoff. It's T.J. Duckett. Duckett trying to turn the outside. He is to the 20, down to the 19. A late penalty flag is thrown, and that always smells like holding. I hope not, but it might be.
Yeah, and it's coming. It's usually on your tight end. I think it was Algie Crumpler on that side. I don't think he called it on Big Whit, but Keenan Forney pulling right to left fell down. And TJ had nowhere to go except the Packers in front of him.
Holding.
So he kept it outside.
85 offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Brian Kozlowski gets called for the hold. Let's go to Pete.
Either the upper deck is starting to spit or we're getting snow flurries finally.
1st and 20 from the 31-yard line. Finneran to the right. Jefferson comes to the left. Warwick Dunn behind Mike Vick. Vick under center. It's a 4-man rush from the Packers. Vick wants to throw. Here comes the blitz. Gets rid of it to Warwick Dunn. Dunn's to the 25. He stops. He stands. And then is knocked down at the 22-yard line by Hardy Nickerson, the veteran tight end. Nice job. And nice moves by Warwick Dunn, who made something out of nothing. He comes up with 9 yards. And that will bring up 2nd and 11.
Boy, that is a clever play. It's Warwick Dunn. We've seen him block defensive ends before. He comes up to block on Biamilla and then just kind of brushes outside of him to make the pickup.
2nd and 11 from the 22-yard line. 2 receivers right. 2 receivers to the left. Warwick Dunn behind Mike Vick. Under center. Vick quick drop. Looking. Ball deflected up in the air. And Crumpler comes up with the football on the deflection, and he is down at the 13 for an 8-yard gain. When life is good, Jeff, it is awfully good. And right now for the Falcons, they are living large.
I think he wanted to go to Algie Crumpler. The ball got tipped, you said, and great adjustment by Algie. He sees the ball being tipped, going in the middle of the field, makes the effort to go and get it.
3rd and 1 from the 13-yard line of Green Bay. Falcons 14, Packers nothing. Double tight end set. Finneran is split to the right. And now it is Crumpler who lines up in the backfield. Duckett is in there. Duckett gets the call right side. First down and more for Duckett. As he is taken down at the 6, it's a gain of 7. And the Falcons offense is in business.
They are really coming at the pack with a lot of different looks. That's the old power eye. Kansas City, Hank Stram. Nice job. T.J. Duckett challenged, I felt, by Coach Reeves in the paper this week, responding to the challenge. Hey, I'm going to work better in practice. I'm going to overcome these injuries. That's hard running right there.
Finneran to the left. Again, Crumpler lining up in the backfield with George Lane and T.J. Duckett. Mike Vick under center. And the give is to Duckett, left side. Duckett trying to work into the end zone.
Yes.
Touchdown, Falcons. Duckett in for 6. Woo! It's a 6-yard sprint by T.J. Duckett. And the Falcons are up 20-0 on the Packers here in the second quarter.
Well, give the offensive line credit. 2 plays in a row. McClure and Keenan Forney gave Walker 95 a ride on the Reading Railroad. They blew him out of there. What a job by that line tonight.
Feely now the point after attempt. to make it 21-0 with 12:06 before halftime. A hushed crowd of parkas here at Lambeau. Feely getting ready for the point after attempt. Moore holding the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 21-0. Falcons lead the Packers. Shall I say it again? 21-0 Atlanta. This is the
Falcons up 21-0. The Jets led 24-0 at the half of their game with the Colts. Jets beat the Colts today 41-0 in that AFC playoff. Tomorrow afternoon, Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Also the Giants at San Francisco. Back out to Lambeau Field.
4 plays, 21 yards, 2:30 of time. Duckett, the 6-yard touchdown run. It is 21-0 Falcons lead. And how about on that drive, Jeff? 9 yards, 9 yards, 7 yards, 6-yard touchdown run by Duckett.
Yeah, they're getting great execution out of their offense. Duckett with a first down run and then with a touchdown run showing power right at the Packers.
Jay Feely kicking off from right to left, and Robert Ferguson is deep. It is high, and it is short, taken at the 12, up to the 20, the 25, the 30, and Ferguson is brought down at the 30-yard line, perhaps the 31. Another successful drive by the Falcons means $100 for Falcon Charities, courtesy of 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. Falcons have scored 48 touchdowns for this initiative here in 2002, now stretching into 2003. A return of 17 yards, and it's a 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Green Bay Packers. Donald Driver goes to the left. Terry Glenn will come to the right. Offset I formation with Favre under center. The handoff is to Amon Green, right side. Green is hit at the 31. What a fine job on defense by Gerald McBurrows. A gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
All right, they're not going to roll over and die. They're a 12-4 team, and they're playing at home, the proud tradition and all that. They're not going to roll over and die. So you got to be able to keep the pressure on them and meet what they're going to come at you with.
Driver to the left, Glenn to the right. 2nd and 8 from the 32-yard line. And Favre wants to throw. Falcons with a blitz across the middle. It is caught by William Henderson, the fullback. And it's a gain of 7, tackled by Chris Draft. It'll bring up 3rd and about 2. Let's go to Pete Davis.
You're looking at stands, you think you're at a deer hunters convention. There wasn't this much camouflage in Desert Storm.
And it is beginning to snow here in Wisconsin.
When in doubt, go to reliable, William Henderson. When in doubt, things aren't working.
Driver left, Glenn to the right on 3rd and 2 from the 38. And play action. Favre in trouble, firing the football, and it is caught! Brought down at the 37-yard line by Donald Driver with a spectacular catch, working on Ashley Ambrose, a gain of 25 yards.
But he's hurt. He's hurt his shoulder last week running a reverse. I think he hurt his shoulder, came down on it that play. It was spectacular. I felt like he gave Ashley a little bit of shove, though, before he went up for the ball.
So a 1st down for Green Bay at the 37-yard line of Atlanta. That was a great catch. Robert Ferguson goes to the left. Terry Glenn will come to the right on 1st and 10 from the 37. It's an I formation of Henderson and Amon Green. And play action. Now Favre being chased, gets rid of the football. It is caught by Green, and he is brought down immediately after a 3-yard pickup. So it'll bring up 2nd and about 7.5. Keith Brooking there for the Falcons to make the tackle.
I was looking at that replay, and he did. He held Ashley off with his left arm and then went up for the ball. I mean, I think that's, you're gaining a huge advantage that way. That's pass interference.
2nd and 7 from the 34. Now it is Terry Glenn who goes to the left, and to the right is Donald Driver. I formation behind Favre on 2nd and 7 from the 34 of Atlanta. Bubba Franks in motion from right to left. He is the tight end. It is Favre on the handoff to Green, right up the middle, and Green to the 30-yard line, where he is wrapped up by Keith Brooking. A gain of 4. So that'll bring up 3rd and short. We'll call it 3rd and 3 from the 30-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons 21, Packers nothing. Snow flurries here in Wisconsin.
Packers very good 3rd down team, 39%. You get up around 40 in the NFL, you're really doing a good job on your 3rd down offense.
Packers 2 for 4 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Ferguson to the left. Glenn and Donald Driver come to the right side. Brett Favre will operate out of the shotgun on 3rd and short. Here's the snap. Here comes the pressure. Favre in trouble. Now gets rid of the football. It's caught all by himself is Terry Glenn, and Glenn is down to the 17-yard line. of the Falcons, enough for a first down. It's a gain of 12.
Pure pick play. Tyrone Williams picked Ray Buchanan. That's why Terry Glenn ran so free across the middle. Similar to the play they ran going the other way in the first quarter. I don't know why they don't call that, because he certainly took him out of position. It was like a block rather than just a pick.
When we were here in September, I remember you talking about that then. This is just, a part of their offense. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tony Fisher is now in the backfield along with David Martin, the tight end. Here is Favre off his back foot. It is caught at the 10-yard line. To the 5, down to the 3 is Javon Walker, the first-round draft pick out of Florida State, and that's a first down for Green Bay, a gain of 17 yards.
Got a man-for-man coverage. Ray Buchanan, of course, Ray's been hurting for a while now and could not make that tackle. Was able to pick up a few extra yards after he made the catch.
So first and goal from the 1-yard line for the Packers, trying to get on the board. 21-0 Falcons here in the second quarter. 7 minutes and 38 seconds and running before halftime. Henderson and Amon Green are in the backfield. The tight end in motion, Davis. Play action. Favre wants to throw. He has time. Off his back foot, up top, throws it out of the end zone. Incomplete. Second and goal from the 1. Bubba Franks was well covered by the Falcons secondary. Why fool around, Jeff?
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't run it. He wanted to go right away to William Henderson. I think that was Semino on him. Semino or Carty, John Del Carty. Excellent coverage, and he couldn't throw it, and that's why he looked at Franks and threw it deep, threw it out of the end zone without giving up the sack. But I agree with you. I think you take the ball and run that ball in from the 1. Now, if you get stopped at third down, is going to be very interesting.
Second and goal from the 1-eye formation of William Henderson and Amon Green. Double tight end set. Now the tight end Davis in motion. Here's the pitch left side. Green stops, and he is met by the Falcons defense doing a fine job. It is a loss of 1, so it brings up third and goal from the 2. Fish, Ed Jasper, and Keith Brooking with a fine job of pursuit on Amon Green.
Falcons looking for it. They had their whole line slanting to their right. Green Bay's running a toss sweep sort of to their left, and I didn't see that outside coverage. It's John Del Carty outside that refusing to be blocked by Tyrone Williams. Looking at a replay. Nice job to keep that ball inside of him.
Third and goal from the 2-yard line. Falcons up 21-0 here in Green Bay. And now in motion, William Henderson to the right side. Favre rolling right. He stops, now throwing into the end zone. Ball is up. It's incomplete. Great defense by Keith Brooking over there for the Falcons, working on Bubba Franks. So now you got 4th and goal from the 2. You're down 21-0. You go for it.
Yeah, I think they're almost forced to. I mean, they feel like it. The fans are encouraging him. That's why Keith Brookins in the Pro Bowl. Great coverage, underneath coverage on the All-Pro tight end, Bubba Franks. Keep him out of the end zone here. What a goal line stand this would be early in the game.
4th and goal from the 2-yard line. 6:37 before halftime. Falcons up 21-0. Favre under center. And timeout. Some confusion about the offensive set, so Mike Sherman will talk with Brett Favre. We'll take a break here. It's 21-0 Falcons. 4th and goal from the 2 when we come back. This is the WGS News.
Got an extra lineman and a tight end.
Today's game brought to you in part by Train Heating and Air Conditioning. What'd you say, Jeff?
Oh, I'm sorry. They got Ferraro. He's coming in as an extra tight end. And I think they're going to have 3 tight ends already in the game in Franks, Martin, and Tyrone Williams.
4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Davis now in motion, the tight end. Here is the give. The Falcons hold! They get Amon Green at the 5-yard line. They hold! It's a loss of 3. Ellis Johnson, the nose tackle, came to make the stick. What a goal line stand by the Atlanta Falcons. And it's 21-0 here in the second quarter. Whoa!
Foolish play calling. You don't pull offensive linemen down at the goal line like that. What a job by the Falcon defense.
Billy, let's go downstairs to you.
Well, you know, there was an article written about their offensive play calling with, I guess, their offense coordinator, Tom Rosley. And I can see why.
Tom was in Atlanta with Coach Glanville in the early 90s, former head coach at SMU. Wasn't in Atlanta very long, was he, Jeff?
I think he was only there a year or 2. And if I'm not mistaken, Homer Rice is his mentor from Cincinnati. and helped Tom get that job at Atlanta. And then he did get the SMU job, and I think Mike Cavan replaced him down there, the former great Georgia quarterback. But the play calling, Billy's right. They've been under fire here for the play calling. And the very first play you questioned was the key play. Why not just run that ball in, Jeff? You asked that question. It was it's astute. You should have run the ball, rammed it in the first time. Instead, they got a little bit too cute.
Yeah, why fool around with a Falcons defense that's ranked 23rd in the NFL, Jeff, against the rush? Why not just slam it down their throats?
That's the kind of stuff that comes back and just bites you. But it seems like they'd rather throw the ball with this football team. It's as if they don't have a lot of faith. Amon Green's a 4.3 per carry guy, but they just don't seem like they have a lot of faith in their run game.
Let's go to Pete Davis right now, Peter.
A little sweet revenge for that goal line stand the Falcons were screwed on back in September up here.
And it was on loan from Cleveland last week. So you bet. You are absolutely right. 21-0 as the snow is flying here in Wisconsin. It's not a real heavy snow, but a little more than flurries.
Well, now your work's cut out for you a little bit. All right, you've been playing them off your feet the whole first half. Your defense has done a great job. Your special team's done a great job. You've had all three phases of the game. Drive this ball out. At the minimum you want is some field position.
T.J. Duckett is the tailback now with George Lane in front of him. And lining up in the backfield right now is Algie Crumpler on 1st and 10 from the 6. Duckett gets the call right side, met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. This may be a loss. In fact, it's going to be a loss of 2 as Cletus Hunt is there, the defensive tackle. Not much to do. Once he got the ball, T.J. Duckett. He was just looking at a lot of green jerseys.
Well, you got to block it. You can't allow big on. You got to have a big on Cletus Hunt. You just can't allow him to run free at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 with the ball at the 5-yard line. 6:04 left before halftime. Finneran comes to the near side. It's a double tight end set for the Falcons. T.J. Duckett and George Lane are behind Mike Vick in an offset formation. Vick under center. And here's the draw play. Duckett right up the middle. Some running room. He's to the 15. Down to the 17. Loses the ball, but I think the Falcons came up with it. And are they going to say that the ball was already whistled dead? Todd Weiner, a very alert play by the right tackle who came up with it. It is a pickup of 13 for Duckett, and that's going to be enough for a Falcon first down. I like the idea of just giving Duckett the ball. Give it to him, let him slam left and right.
Looks hungry tonight. He really picked him up and laid him down there, made Marquise Anderson miss him. Great block by Todd McClure inside on Rod Walker.
Duckett is out. Warren Dunn is in. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line now for the Falcons. Receivers right and left. It's an I formation behind Vick. Dunn gets the call right side. Dunn running room. 25-30. Now cuts it to the near side. 35-40. And that's where he is brought down. It's a pickup at 21 yards. Matt Bowen on the stop for Green Bay. And a very appreciative Green Bay audience now saluting their defense.
Another great block by McClure. Working against the nose guard. This is Walker in there now instead of Gilbert Brown. But he turns him. And Warwick cuts right behind him.
10 first downs for the Falcons here in the first half. Finneran and Gaylor are split to the left side. Warwick Dunn and George Lane are behind Mike Vick. Now it's Finneran in motion from left to right. Vick on the handoff. Warwick Dunn gets the call, met at the line of scrimmage, and he is wrapped up. Second effort may have given him about 2 yards. Cletus Hunt is there from Kentucky State. What city is that in, Jeff?
Frankfort, Kentucky, the capital of the Commonwealth.
You like how I towed it up for you there?
Yes, and everybody says, well, what's the capital of Kentucky? Everybody thinks it's Louisville or Lexington. It's Frankfort, Kentucky.
2nd and 7 from the 42-yard line. Gaylor will go to the right. Finneran will come to the left. And Lane and Warwick Dunn are behind Mike Vick. And here comes Vick. Rolling to the near side, now looking right, now scrambling toward the far side of the field. He turns it on, 45, 50, and run out of bounds in Packer territory at the 46. It is a gain of 12 yards by Mike Vick as he turned on those afterburners to pick up another Falcons first down. It is their 11th.
Jeff, we've seen this play. It's a throwback. It's going to be to Kelly. We've seen him do it to Kelly at Algie Crumpler and be successful the last couple of weeks. Biamilla is looking out for it, though, and he is all over Reggie Kelly. Nice job by Mike Vick. And nice job by Kelly. Gets a little bit of a block on Biamilla to spring him a few extra yards.
Gaylor and Finneran come to the near side. Warwick Dunn and George Lane are split now behind Mike Vick on 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Vick straight drop looking, swings it out to Dunn, who makes the catch. He's to the 45-yard line and down at the 44. It's a pickup of 2. Marcus Anderson is there, the second-round draft pick out of UCLA. Clock with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left before halftime. Clock is running, and the scoreboard, 21-0 Falcons. 21-0 Atlanta leading Green Bay here as the snow flies.
They've owned the Pack in the first half here. Owned the time of possession, owned the yardage on offense, owned the turnovers. They've owned them.
2nd and 8 from the 44 of Green Bay. Vick under center. And here is the pitch right side. Warwick Dunn. Now he stops. Now he takes it to the far side and down. And out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A pickup of about 5 yards. I'm not sure how he got anything out of that. Hardy Nickerson, the veteran, the 16-year pro out of Cal on the stop for Green Bay. But that was a great job by Warwick Dunn.
It was a nice play calling to get outside. They had both linebackers over there, Diggs and Hardy Nickerson. He stopped, froze him, and then took off outside. Nickerson has lost quite a step at the player that we remember at Jacksonville and the Pittsburgh Steelers, the great years that he had, or Tampa rather, the great years that he had there.
Rushing yards, Atlanta 111, Green Bay with 35, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the first half. When we come back, the Falcons will have a 3rd and 3 from the 39 of Green Bay on top, 21-zip. Going a little bit harder. Today's game brought to you in part by Piedmont Hospital. All Falcons in this first half. Jeff, it's the best we've seen the Falcons look since Charlotte at Ericsson Stadium more than a month ago.
Yeah, they're awful sharp in all phases of the game. Rick reminds me that they're special teams. A block punt for a touchdown, a punt fumble or a punt touch that's recovered as a fumble, and then the missed field goal by Green Bay. So they're really doing a great job in all 3 phases of the game.
Finneran comes to the right side. Gaylor and Jefferson come to the near side on 3rd and 3. It is McCord in motion, and here comes Mike Vick coming near side with the football. In trouble, and Vick gets away from 1. He's still on his feet. Now he cuts it to the right side. He's cut it to the middle. He's got the first down, and he is down at the 28-yard line. How did he do that? That's a pickup of 11 when it looked like he would be sacked for a loss of 6 or 7. Houdini was born not far away from here in Green Bay, and that certainly was worthy of the name.
I thought he was going to throw it away. He's chased down by Biamilla right in front of the Packer bench, right on the sideline. I thought he had him, and I thought he'd throw it away. Instead, he picked up and just contributed to the lore of Mike Vick this year.
Unbelievable. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line of the Green Bay Packers. Finneran in motion from right to left. And here's the draw play. T.J. Duckett plowing ahead. Duckett to the 15 and brought down at the 13 by Tyrone Williams. It's a gain of 16, and listen to the crowd. 57 seconds are left here in the first half, and the Falcons have the ball at the 13-yard line with a first down.
Good chance to blow a team out. Just a real fine chance. Go up 28-0 at half.
Finneran to the right side for the Falcons. I formation. Vick under center. And here is the handoff. Duckett right up the middle. Inside the 10. Down to the 7. A gain of another 5. Hardy Nickerson is there. So is Pete Davis. Pete?
There's one guy in a Michael Vick shirt standing out in the end zone, and he's being pelted with everything.
All right, timeout Falcons. 34 seconds remain here in the first half. A chance to put more points on the board. Already up 21-zip on the Packers.
Can't say enough about the inside 3. Todd McClure, Keenan Forney, Travis Claridge. They're doing a great job of blowing off that nose guard. If it's Warren, if it's Gilbert Brown, if it's Rod Walker. And they're also doing a nice job blocking the 3 technique tackle, Cledius Hunt from Kentucky State in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Which is the capital of Kentucky.
Their athletic director, former UNK great, and Oakland Raider tight end, Derek the Ram Ramsey.
Jeff, wouldn't you venture to say that anyone who went to Kentucky is great? Knowing you as I do.
I just like getting a plug in for the home state every now and then.
11th play of the drive coming up for the Falcons. Remember that this drive began at their 6-yard line, and they have been mixing it up with Mike Vick at the helm. And that scramble, Jeff, is one that's still resonating through my head right now. Let's go to Pete.
Yeah, I think everyone from Kentucky is great except Tim Couch. He's a wimp.
Oh, I apologize for that.
How about this snow? When the Falcons push into the red zone, it's brought to you by Toyota. Put those snow tires on the Toyota right now because it is starting to come down much harder.
Well, this helps a little bit. I mean, you can come with a deluge if you want in the second half. I'm not going to say they're going to sit on it 28-0, but to get back in the game, Green Bay's obviously got to throw the ball. And right now, they've got to be, just completely. I don't know what you could do as a team. Here you are at home. You're 35-0 at 35 degrees. You're 11-0 in playoff games. And in the first half, you've just been blown out last week, 42-17. And all of a sudden, this upstart team comes up here and is playing you off your feet in the first half.
Packers are 12-4 in the season of 2002. Now into the postseason of 2003. And they're down 21-0 right now. And let's see if the Falcons can tack on some more points. They've got a 2nd and 4 with the ball at the 7-yard line. Warwick Dunn behind Mike Vick. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Vick under center now. In motion is Quentin McCord from left to right. Here's the snap. Vick wants to throw, setting, looking, firing, and it is incomplete. Trying to hit at the goal line, Quentin McCord, but he was well covered. It would have taken a perfect pass. It was just a little too tall for him. Antoine Edwards on the coverage, former Clemson Tiger, the strong safety, and that means 3rd and 4 with the ball at the 7-yard line. They need to get to the 3.
Still got to keep the ball in Mike Vick's hands. Maybe try to get him outside. I'm sure Green Bay is looking for that, though, but you got to be a little bit safe, too. You want 3 coming out of here, minimum.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. 3rd and 4 from the 7 of Green Bay. Mike Vick, straight drop, wants to throw, does, fires, it's complete. Caught at the 2-yard line, first down, Falcons. Brian Finneran up with the grab. It's a pickup of 5. We're now down to 19 seconds. Falcons in a hurry-up offense. Vick under center just slams the football down so he can come over and talk about it. And the Falcons, whatever they have needed here in the first half, Jeff, they have been able to come up with, be it a goal line stand from their defense, be it a touchdown from their special teams, be it Mike Vick's legs or arms. This is as good a performance in the first half as we have seen from the Falcons in the season.
They have never been as sharp as they are in such a huge game.
Falcons have another timeout left.
They got one timeout left. So there is a chance you could hammer this ball in there with T.J. Duckett if you feel comfy.
Let's see if they're comfy. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line, full house backfield behind Mike Vick. And here is the give. It's to Duckett, and Duckett is met and pushed back by Hunt, who is there. It's a loss of 2, and 11 seconds are left in the ball in the first half. Let's go to Billy.
Hey, you were talking about the mystique earlier on about playing here in Green Bay. After Mike Vick's run, and he came back and gained 11 plays, I watched the defensive line. They were all gathered around in amazement, saying, is this guy for real? And you can tell that their ego is somewhat deflated.
Well, we've been asking that about Vick for what, about 6 months?
Well, he just comes up and makes spectacular plays. I was talking to Bob Trumpy, and that's, he's seen him before. He's done a game in Atlanta this year. That Sunday night game, I think it was,
Cincinnati,
that ESPN was here, and Bob Trumpy's been doing games a long time, and he said, have you ever seen anybody like him? And I, of course, said, no, I've never seen anybody like him. I mean, you can compare him who you want, but he makes plays that no other player has ever made at that position.
3 tight ends for the Falcons, and T.J. Duckett is behind Mike Vick. Kozlowski is split to the right, Finneran to the left. On 3rd and goal. And this is Vick. Play action coming near side. He stops. He is looking. He's in trouble and throws the football away with 3 seconds left. And we'll see Jay Feely. And Mike Vick now 8 of 15 for 72 yards and 1 touchdown. A lot of pressure from Aaron Campman, the left end, who was all over Vick. And Vick was lucky just to get the football away. So
they tried to flood the whole end zone with the 3 tight ends they had in there, and also Brian Finneran had 4 Falcons down in this little quarter of the end zone. But Campman's pressure, I think, force Mike to throw it.
22-yard field goal attempt by Jay Feely. Has the most field goals in the NFL this season, with Chris Moore holding, trying to extend the Falcons' lead. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Jay Feely hits, and the first half is over. All Atlanta. Listen to this crowd. That will tell you all you need to know if you're a Falcon fan. Oh, plus this. Atlanta 24, Green Bay nothing. We will take a break. We're at halftime. All Falcons. Feely kicking off, driving back to the 5-yard line. Robert Ferguson. He brings it to the 15, to the 20, and down at the 27-yard line. That's where Green Bay will take over. A return of 23 yards. Today's game brought to you in part by AirTran Airways, and it bears repeating that the weather conditions here are deteriorating, that the snow is increasing. It is cold. It is Wisconsin in January. These are hardy folk, great people here, great fans, great cuisine, but a tough climate. Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line.
Deteriorating. What a great word. I love that.
It's getting worse. 2 receivers to the right for Brett Favre on 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. In motion is Ferguson, and straight drop going long, and it is incomplete along the near sidelines. William Henderson running a fly route. The fullback, Sam Rogers, was working on him. And that's a tough catch to make along the Green Bay sideline. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he's caught 26 balls this year, and he's a very reliable player. Very fine blocker. They don't usually let him run very much. 7th year out of North Carolina, but pretty good coverage by Sam Rogers to run with him.
So receivers left and right for Brett Favre on 2nd and 10 from the 27. He'll operate out of the shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Here comes the pressure. Favre is in trouble. He is wrapped up. He gets away from the Falcon sack. Now firing downfield, and it is caught at the 50. And down at the 48-yard line is Donald Driver. What a shame. A pickup of 24 yards. It looked like Favre was going to be sacked about 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but he got away from it, and he was able to know where he had to find a receiver and makes the strike, and it's a 1st down in Falcon territory.
Oh, that's a great job by Ellis Johnson. He quickly beats Frank Winters. He's unable to come up with him, and I couldn't see who else couldn't come up with him, but you're right, 2 missed sacks or they'd have had him.
On 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of Atlanta. Pitch, left side, Amon Green now turns it up, running room. He's to the 40, and down at the 34-yard line, Sam Rogers there for the Falcons. Pickup of 14. It'll bring up 1st down, and it stirs the faithful here with the Green Bay Packers, with maybe they come out of the locker room with a little fire.
Well, those 2 plays gave him fire. I think the incompletion took it away early, but obviously Favre's big play on the scramble and missed sack, and then this toss sweep for 14 yards. You got the Falcons reeling a little bit defensively.
1st and 10 from the 34. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Favre under center. Tony Fisher is the lone setback behind Favre. Pumps once, does Favre. Now fires, hits complete. Coming across the near side, tripped up is Robert Ferguson, and Ferguson is down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3. It could have been much bigger than that had he not slipped. Gerald McBurrows on the coverage for Atlanta.
Yeah, just enough a tackle by Gerald McBurrows to knock his legs out from under him.
2nd and 7. We are in the 3rd quarter. 13 minutes and 2 seconds left. Falcons 24, Packers nothing. Green Bay's opening possession here in the 3rd quarter. The receivers right and left. Tony Fisher behind Brett Favre. In motion is Davis to the left side. Here is the give. It's to Fisher right up the middle. He has running room down at the 25, maybe the 24, a gain of 6. And very close to a 1st down, tackle by Ellis Johnson. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Fisher's been a good pickup for him. A little bit of a changeup. He's a power back with some speed. Free agent out of Notre Dame, averaging 4 yards a carry. Falcon hurt.
Ellis Johnson is down, and he is on all 4s right now, trying to get up. Ron Medlin and Dr. Bishop are spreading out to see what's going on with the 7-year pro out of Florida, 6'2", 290-pounder.
6.5 sacks on the year. Really been a great addition to this Falcon defense.
Former Indianapolis Colt. Didn't fit Tony Dungy's plans. I'm sure he would have fit Dungy's plans today. So it's going to be 3rd and less than 1. Maybe about a half a yard.
It's like they're looking at his ankle very closely, his right ankle, and moving it around.
We'll take a break. 24-0 Falcons lead the Packers here in the third. Green Bay a 3rd and 1 when we come back from the Falcon 24. This is the WGST Atlanta Falcons Radio Network on 96 Rock.
Why are more and more Atlantans listening to the regular guys in the morning? We have no clue.
The regular guys.
There's no run on bread or milk at any of the grocery stores, however. And it's 3rd and less than 1 from the 24-yard line of Atlanta for Brett Favre. And the Green Bay Packers on their opening possession here with the second half, down 24-0. And here is the handoff. It's to the tailback, Fisher, and Fisher is met by the Falcons' defensive line, a pickup of 2. That should be enough, I think, for the Green Bay first down, but
I think it's going to be a close
I
spot.
think it's going to be close.
I think, well, I'm sorry, it isn't. He's signaling it now.
So 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line of the Falcons.
Tighten up. They've hit you with 2 big plays. A 24-yard off of what it should have been a sack, 24-yard completion, and a 14-yard run. Other than that, you got to tighten up. You held them down in the first half. Tighten up right here.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Brett Favre on 1st and 10 from the 23. Now it's David Martin in motion. He goes to the left side. Quick drop. Favre looking, firing, and it's complete at the 22-yard line. Great move by Robert Ferguson. Ferguson turning it to the far side and run out of bounds inside the 15 down to the 14. Pickup of 8. Tackle by Keon Carpenter, and it'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Second year, former number 2 draft out of Texas A&M. They haven't drafted well here lately. Jamal Reynolds, 2 years, the number 1, the 10th pick overall in the draft. Hardly can get on the field at defensive end. And Ferguson really hasn't produced like they thought he would.
So they're going to say it's a first down. A generous spot indeed. 1st and 10 from the 14. 8th play of the drive coming up for Favre and the offense. Here is the handoff, and met at the line of scrimmage is Tony Fisher out of Notre Dame. A good defensive play by Chris Draft, who was there for no gain. Pat Kearney over there as well. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock running at 10:55 here in the third quarter. 24-0. Falcons lead the Packers as the snow is flying here in Green Bay.
Falcons have run 1 blitz so far in this game. Early in the game, only one I saw.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 10 with the ball at the 14-yard line of Atlanta. Favre straight drop, looking, throwing the football into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Donald Driver was trying to make a catch on a slant, but couldn't hang on to the football. It's incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 14-yard line.
Yeah, the ball's not thrown very well. I don't know if it's going to become slippery out there or not. That's a pretty, how'd you classify this snow? I mean, this is not heavy. It's like
significant.
I mean, it is. It's not real big snow drops. Is that what they're called?
You know, you've lived in the South too long, man. They're flakes.
Snowflakes. That's it.
Go.
Snowflakes. They're small flakes.
3rd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Man in motion to the near side. Favre wants to throw. Setting, now looking, and firing into the end zone. It's caught by Donald Driver. Touchdown as the Packers are on the board. A 14-yard strike. Driver out of Alcorn State hangs on to the football, and the Packers are on the board. Let's go to Pete Davis. Pete.
Ellis Johnson has a sprained right ankle. His return is questionable, and it's a very wet snow that's coming down.
All right. Injury update brought to you by Piedmont Hospital, and down right now is Donald Driver. He hung on to the football, but he is injured right now.
It's the same play they ran the play before, and the ball was a little bit low. This time it's right on the money as he's got Bolden beat. The safety, I think Ray Buchanan's in there playing safety, cannot get there in time.
So that brings the crowd to life. And now we will see Longwell for the point after attempt for the Packers, with Doug Peterson holding. Point after attempt on the way, and it is good. So with 10:26 left in the third quarter, a good drive by the Packers to get on the board. 24-7, Atlanta leading Green Bay. We'll take a timeout. This is the WGST driver, the 14-yard touchdown catch. It looks like he is okay. And Amon Green was in for just 3 plays on the drive, but I keep thinking about Ellis Johnson almost wrapping up Brett Favre on that big gainer, and that made all the difference in the world.
Yeah, you can't make Favre get plays, second chances on you, and losing Ellis Johnson. Ellis Johnson has made Frankie Winters, the 15-year veteran center, look bad tonight.
Brought to you by Georgia Power. Longwell getting ready to kick off from left to right. Alan Rossum is deep, standing at his 15-yard line. Here it is high, and it is short, taken at the 13. Here comes Rossum toward the middle of the field, and he is down at the 22-yard line. Crowd coming to life. Return of 9 yards. And now we will see Mike Vick in the Atlanta Falcons offense for the first time here in the third quarter.
Got to answer him. You got to drive and get a field goal, get some points. Answer him. Don't let this momentum swing their way.
Vick is 8 of 15, 73 yards, 1 touchdown. And the numbers do not tell you how well he played in the first half. So 1st and 10 from the 22. The footing on that field, Jeff, I think is going to get increasingly tricky as this snow is really coming down. 2 receivers to the right. Offset I formation behind Mike Vick. 5-man defensive front by the Packers. Here's the handoff to Warrick Dunn. And Dunn straight ahead. Great second effort by Warrick Dunn, who comes up with 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. Matt Bowen is there. Green Bay has not shown, Jeff, that they can stop the rush. So maybe you just keep pounding them right now.
Yeah, I thought both Duckett and Warrick Dunn gashed him in the first half. I think both had 40-plus yards rushing in that half. The offensive line did a masterful job in the first half. Keep running between the tackles you've owned. Cletus Hunt and Warren and Rod Walker, those 3 different defensive tackles in there.
2nd and 4 from the 28. Receivers right and left. Warrick Dunn is behind Mike Vick. Now in motion, Finneran from right to left. Vick takes the snap. He hands the ball off. It is Warrick Dunn sweeping right side and down at the 29-yard line. A penalty marker is down. Kind of hard to see the markers given the snow here.
It's usually a tight end holding. It might be Algie Crumpler. No. The Falcons are signaling against Green Bay. Great. Offside.
Excellent.
Take it.
Give the Falcons a first down.
Offside. Defense, the right defensive tackle. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 33. First penalty on Green Bay tonight.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
It is hard to believe.
Of course, you kind of like the officials let them play a little bit. That call against Miami, the interference call in the end zone last night. Whew, that was a tough call to make in that game.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Receivers right and left. Offset I formation behind Mike Vick, a Warrick Dunn, and also George Lane. Play action. This is Vick throwing. It's caught by Finneran. Finneran makes the grab, and he is down at the 41-yard line. A pickup of 8, tackled by Hardy Nickerson. So that'll bring up 2nd down and about 1.5. We are inside of 9 minutes here in the third quarter. Falcons 24, Packers 7. Green Bay on the board on their first possession here of the third quarter, a long drive. Now this is the Falcons' opening possession of the second half. The Green Bay drive, 10 plays, 73 yards, 4:34 of time. Let's see the Falcons answer. They're off to a good start right now. 2nd and 1 from the 42 of Atlanta. Both receivers to the right side. That's the far side. Warrick Dunn is behind Mike Vick. And Dunn gets the call. He stops, he spins, he's met, and he's down at the 40-yard line. It's a loss of 2. Hardy Nickerson is there, and that field is getting treacherous as everybody's starting to slip and slide around out there.
Yeah, right at the end there, Matt Bowen creeped up. They became an 8-man front. Very difficult, as you said, maybe with a footing to make that Warrick Dunn type of cut.
Falcons 5 of 8 on 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Fans standing up here at Lambeau from the 40-yard line. Mike Vick out of the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Here's the snap. Vick with the football, with time. Looking left, looking right. He'll keep the football straight up the middle. He's to the 50. He's to the 45, 40, and down at the 38-yard line. A pickup of 23 yards, tackled by Antoine Edwards. Oh!
I think they had Marquez Anderson, the backup safety, spying on him that time. He was the guy who came up. We've already seen him run out of the T.J. Duckett run out of his tackle. He misses this tackle on Mike Vick. He just took a bad angle, didn't believe the speed.
Vick, 5 carries, 54 yards. What snow? It's all go in the snow. 38 of Green Bay on a snowy night. Now Finneran in motion from left to right. Vick, straight drop. He has time. He fires, and it's complete. Run out of bounds at the 23-yard line is Reggie Kelly. It's a gain of 15 for the Falcons. What a great throw by Mike Vick. I mean, it was absolutely John Smoltz with a fastball.
Good pickup that time. Warwick Dunn picks up Diggs, the outside linebacker. He's coming off the corner, provides the time.
6 minutes, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. 24-7, Falcons lead the Packers. Nice drive put together by Atlanta here. 1st and 10 from the 23. Both receivers are to the right. 7th play of the drive coming up. Vick under center now. It's Finneran in motion from right to left. And draw play. Here is Warwick Dunn. He's up to the 20-yard line, a gain of 3 before he is brought down by Tyrone Williams. Clock running nicely here in the third quarter, and nicely is certainly an adverb we wish to use given the fact the Falcons are leading 24-7. You want to play keep away with Brett Favre. You don't want him to have a football. So 2nd and 7, Packer 20-yard line.
Packers have been blitzing a little bit more, though. They had a blitz on that down. Almost broke that draw against the blitz.
Gaylor to the right. Finneran comes to the left. Warwick Dunn, the lone setback behind Mike Vick on 2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Finneran in motion from left to right. Vick straight drop. He has time. He slips. Now he throws near side. Warwick Dunn. He's to the 15. He's to the 10 and run out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That's a pickup of 11. First down. Matt Bowen is there on the hit. And listen to these Packer fans.
This is the best this offense has looked. You mentioned the Carolina game, and it might be the best all year. Every play, there's execution. There's a great diversity in the play calling tonight.
Play calling's terrific.
Yes, a lot of success. The old line, protection, their run blocking. They've really put it together offensively tonight.
1st and goal from the 8. Finneran comes to the near side. Double tight end set now. Now it's 3 tight ends. Finneran in motion from left to right. Warwick Dunn behind Mike Vick. It is Dunn who gets the call left side, and he is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 9. Aaron Campman is there. 4th-round pick out of Iowa, the left end. And the clock continues to run. We're inside of 5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
They don't need a touch. They just need to answer with a 3. They certainly have done an answer by meeting that touchdown by the Packers and taking the ball and driving it and chewing clock up. This is just an excellent football drive.
Finneran to the right side. I formation of George Lane and also Warwick Dunn. On 2nd and goal from the 9. Vick under center. Play action. Vick with time coming near side, and it's incomplete. Looking for George Lane at the 8-yard line. There wasn't much there to begin with, so that'll bring up 3rd and goal with 4:27 left in the third.
Pretty safe stuff, though. Throwing it to the outside. Keep away from the middle of the field. Keep away from the tip ball where it might get tipped up and intercepted.
Looking at the scoreboard ahead, it's the only stadium in the country where a sauerkraut company buys the biggest space.
Crisp Kraut.
3rd and goal from the 9. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. What will the Falcons do here? I formation. Vick under center. He wants to throw. He'll keep the football. Now he'll cut it up. He's slipping. He's sliding, and he's down at the 5-yard line. It is a gain of 4 short of the first down. So it'll bring up 4th down, and we will see Jay Feely. He's already hit from 22 yards out. But, Jeff, it's a tough night to plant your leg if you are a field goal kicker.
You're right. The field was in great shape. It's heated. They have heated coils or heated water underneath it that will keep it fairly firm, and hopefully, but there is a layer there where you can slip.
23-yard field goal for Jay Feely with Chris Moore holding. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Jay Feely is hit from 23 yards out, and the Falcons now lead Green Bay 27-7 with 3:43 left here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is the WGST Atlanta Falcons. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Today's game brought to you in part by Verizon Wireless. 27-7 Atlanta here in a very healthy snowfall in Wisconsin. 3:43 left here in the third. Falcons getting ready to kick off with Jay Feely. 12 plays, 73 yards, 6:37 of time It ate up. Very nice. Eric Metcalf is deep, and it's punched through. It skips at the 10-yard line, picked up by Ferguson. As he stops, he's at the 20, makes a nice move, and brought down at the 25-yard line. And check it, it's Eric Metcalf, and a 16-yard return. So let's see what Brett Favre does here. So with 3:36 left here in the third quarter, it is Atlanta 27-7. This is the WGST. Atlanta 7 here with 3:36 left in the third quarter. Total yards Atlanta 278, Green Bay 181, and each team has had one offensive possession here, Jeff, in the second half, and each team has been able to put points on the board, and they've been very long possessions. So as a result, you got 3:36 left here in the third.
Yeah, you got to keep chewing that clock up. The defense is. They were playing well, and they got burned on a couple of big plays, and they were by far the two big passing plays, certainly the one for the touchdown.
On 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, shotgun formation setting his Favre. He pumps once, now rolling to the right side, being chased. Back across his body, it's incomplete. Bubba Franks was trying to make a difficult catch at the 35-yard line. It's incomplete. And the numbers on Favre, 11-22, 134, one touchdown, and one pass interception. That'll stop the clock at 3:30 left here in the third quarter.
Pretty good coverage by Matt Stewart, having a fine year. Got 8 special teams tackles, and he's also about their 6th leading tackler.
Amon Green injured. Haven't seen much of him. Saw him in for just 3 plays on their last possession. And it was Green who had 155 yards on 27 carries against the Falcons in the opener. On 2nd and 10 from the 25, out of the shotgun again for Favre. This time with time going long, up top, and it's incomplete at the 30-yard line, looking for Robert Ferguson, and the coverage for the Falcons was good in the form of Kevin Mathis, who was with him every step of the way, and it is so dangerous back there, so slippery. Ashley Ambrose doing a fine job as both of those players were in the neighborhood of Robert Ferguson.
Yeah, it looks like he was going all the way to Robert Ferguson, thought he was going to get the single coverage, which he did, but not a well-thrown ball, and pretty decent coverage by Ashley.
3rd and 10 with the ball at the 25-yard line of Green Bay. They trail 27-7 with 3:23 left here in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation again for Favre. Here's the snap. Here comes the blitz. Falcons want him. Setting, firing across the middle is Favre. The catch is made at the 35-yard line. Ray Buchanan having a hard time bringing down Javon Walker. And Walker is to the 37-yard line, a gain of 14. And that's enough for a first down. Let's go to Pete Davis.
Ellis Johnson will not be back with that sprained right ankle. He will not be back.
Update brought to you by Piedmont Hospital. We are now inside of 3 minutes to play in the third. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Favre with some amazing throws there, Jeff. That's a great throw. Robert Ferguson is to the left, and to the right is Walker. Here is play action. Setting now is Favre, firing far side of the football field, and incomplete. Great throw, but unable to hang on to the ball was Karsten Bailey out of Auburn, a familiar name in his 3rd year, and that will bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Ashley has got him man-for-man coverage, and he slips over there. And I think that you're going to see more and more of that as this field gets worse. Who has the advantage? A lot of people say receivers do because they know where they're going to go, where they're going to make the cut. They can slow down and get into it. DBs running backwards sometimes is very difficult to make your cuts in a slippery field.
Ferguson goes to the left, and Walker will come to the right. I formation on 2nd and 10 from the 37 of Green Bay. Favre under center. And Favre wants to throw. Setting coming near side, and fine throw is made by Walker. Walker then turning it on along the near sideline, and he is brought down at the 25-yard line of Atlanta by Gerald McBurrows. It's a gain of 37 yards. Clock running at 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
6'3", 215, big receiver. They drafted out of Florida State. That's his longest pass catch of the year. 30 previously being it. He's caught about 23 balls on the year. But the coverage a little bit loose. I think Ray Buchanan unsure where to put his footing over there.
Getting the vibe that Favre is starting to heat up here in the cold. Receiver right and left now in motion. It's Bailey to the left side on 1st and 10 from the 26. Play action setting deep is Favre with time going far side. It's caught and brought down immediately. Good Falcon coverage. Tony Fisher out of the backfield, that he is wrapped up for no gain. So the Falcons doing a fine job there. Sam Rogers on the stop for Atlanta. A minute 37 and running in the third quarter. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Virtually throwing every down now. And and there's going to be a point somewhere where the Falcon defense needs to pressure Favre. What down that is, when you want to do it, but as you get closer to your end zone, you're going to have to pressure him.
You're right, Jeff. 6 straight passes now by Favre. Receivers right and left. 2nd and 10 from the 26. I formation behind Favre. Falcons are showing blitz. Let's see if they do it. Yes, here they come. Favre wants to throw. Quick drop. Now going long, and it's incomplete on a quick look-in pattern for Javon Walker. It would have been a gain of about 20 yards or so. But let's see. Is injured Packer right now, an offensive lineman. Let's see if we can put our glasses on it. Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, their left tackles. They can ill afford another injury in the offensive line. Big advantage now for Brady Smith. He's got a left tackle with a bad ankle, 3rd and long. You got to beat a guy like that. At the same time, they don't have backups. I mean, they've lost their 2 starting offensive tackles.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Favre now out of the shotgun, 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 from the 26 of the Falcons. Here comes the snap. Favre has time. He steps up. He fires, and it is almost intercepted at the goal line. Almost picked off by Keon Carpenter. Carpenter already has 1 interception tonight. And for a moment there, it looked like he might come up with another one. The boos are for Ryan Longwell, not for his performance, but by Mike Sherman's decision to go for a field goal here with 59 seconds left in the 3rd.
He's going to need 3 points sometime. Nice coverage down by Jerron Bolden, too. Falcons back in the zone, but he is doing a good job of trail coverage.
Longwell missed from 47 yards out. This one is from 45 yards. Wind, not much of a factor right now, but the snow is, and so is the turf. With Doug Peterson holding. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is long enough. It is no good. Longwell has missed 2 field goals, 1 from 47 and this from 45. And the applause you hear is from the Falcons sideline. So with 55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, let's take a break. Falcons up 27-7. This is. I want to say hello to all of our friends in Augusta. Welcome to Falcon fans in Augusta, listening to today's action on WINZ Sports Radio 1340 The Ticket. 1st and 10 from the 35 of Atlanta. 55 seconds left in the 3rd. Mike Vick. Now play action coming near side. It is caught by Reggie Kelly, who is brought down immediately after a gain of 6 yards. Nice job by Reggie Kelly hanging on, and the passing game has slowed down considerably as everybody kind of takes on that Bonnie Blair look. Let's go to Pete Davis.
They didn't break out the snow shovels during that commercial break. They brought out the snow brooms and actually swept the field of snow.
It is unique. It is the Green Bay experience. The snow continues to fall here at historic Lambeau. But it's not that cold as we sit in a heated booth. 2nd and 9 from the 36-yard line. Falcons on top 27-7 with a football. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I formation behind Mike Vick. Vick under center and doesn't like it. He's going to burn a timeout here with 3 seconds left in the 3rd, and we will keep it here.
I think Mike was trying to run clock there at the same time. The clock was winding down. The quarter clock was winding down. The play clock was winding down. And I think that he was trying to use that clock up, and he let it get away from him a little bit.
I want to encourage you to get your body moving if you want to be able to see the Falcons in 2003. A $100 seat deposit guarantees that you won't miss a minute of Falcons action in 2003. You can call 404-223-8444 today, right now, 404-223-8444. It's going to be very hard to get Falcon tickets for the way Mike Vick plays and the way this team is going. 2003 home games will include Carolina, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Philadelphia, Washington, Minnesota, Jacksonville, and Tennessee. And we might be on our way to Philadelphia next week. Knock on wood, which we are doing right now. 2nd and 9 from the 36-yard line of Atlanta with 3 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mike Vick will operate out of the shotgun. George Lane and Algie Crumpler are to the left and right of Vick. Here is the snap. Vick looking, dancing, trying to avoid the sack. Gets away from one man, now coming to the near side. He's hopping around, and somebody almost tries to take off his head at the 40-yard line after a gain of 3. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter, as now we move on to the 4th. Falcons in control, 27-7. When we come back, they will have a 3rd and 5 to begin the fourth quarter. This is the WGST Atlanta Falcons. Today's game brought to you in part by SunTrust Bank. After 3 quarters, 172 yards rushing for Atlanta, 56 for Green Bay. Passing yards, 110 for Atlanta, 174 for Green Bay. Total yards, 282 for Atlanta, 230 for the Packers. 2 turnovers by Green Bay, none for the Falcons. 24-30 a time possession for Atlanta, 19-30 for Green Bay. All right, we begin the final 15 minutes. 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line of Atlanta. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. I formation behind Mike Vick. Play action setting. Vick throwing the football. It's caught. First down, Falcons. Trevor Gaylor makes the grab at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Let's go to Billy.
It's really going to be interesting when it comes down to passing situations. The receivers are going to definitely have to get open because the defensive line are really rushing in a controlled manner, making sure that Michael Vick doesn't get outside. And also, there's a T.J. Duckett watch. Why isn't he in the game now?
All right, we'll keep that watch going, and the clock is rolling as well. 14:25 left in the ball game. Watching the clock, aren't we, Jeff?
TJ's watching the clock.
1st and 10 from the 47 of the Falcons. 2 receivers to the right. Now it's Finneran in motion from right to left. Mike Vick under center. And here's the handoff. Warwick Dunn, left side, some running room. He's to the 40 and brought down a pickup of about 15 yards. Matt Bowen is there on the hit. With the spot, I think it's going to be 16. So it is a first down. 1st and 10 from the 40.
Nice little play. They're trapping right to left. Keenan Forney pulling right to left and doing a good job of trapping, leading up through the hole. Warwick Dunn breaks off his block, and the fine block downfield by Brian Finneran on Tyrone Williams, the cornerback.
Dunn, 14 carries, 66 yards. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Hard to see those hash marks now, Jeff. Really hard. Gaylor goes to the left and a cluster formation to the right of Finneran, Crumpler, and Reggie Kelly. And now Vick is talking, audible, looking left and right, now back under center. And a play action. Vick has time, in trouble. Here comes the blitz, gets away from it, running to the far side, makes the turn. He's to the 40 and run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Fine play by Mike Vick. He picks up 6 yards.
I thought maybe Wayne should try to shove him when he was out of bounds over there. No call. Good job by Mike, though. Miller had a bead on him. He ran away from him. He ran away from Cledius Hunt.
Crowd very quiet here in Brotland.
Well, they could be witnessing history here at historic Lambeau Field.
3 sauerkraut for all Falcons to get the victory.
Crisp kraut.
Crisp kraut. 2nd and 4 from the 34. Receivers right and left. I formation. Duckett in the ball game. He gets the give. And Duckett straight ahead. And he is met by Diggs, the outside linebacker, after a pickup of 2. Nate Wayne is over there as well. So now looking at 3rd and 2 with the ball at the 32-yard line with 12 minutes, 24 seconds and running here in the fourth quarter. If the Falcons hang on and win, then it's on to Philadelphia.
Falcons have been very good on 3rd down today. Been disappointing a little bit lately on their 3rd down offense, but excellent today. Although last week at Cleveland, I think they were up in the 40% bracket in conversions.
7 for 10 on 3rd down conversions. 3rd and short, 3rd and 3 from the 33-yard line. Crumpler lining up in the backfield. Vick under center. And here's the handoff. Duckett left side, charging ahead. 2nd effort. He is going to be very close to the first down. Hardy Nickerson is there. And let's see how close he is. It will be right on the line of where he needed to be. I don't know. Maybe a little bit short.
That power eye that they have had some success with in the past, and they've come back and utilized it. A lot of beef up there. Algie Crumpler, George Lane leading for T.J. Duckett. Close. I think you're right.
A little bit short, don't you think?
I think it might be just a hair. Well, wait a second. No, I think he might have it now looking at it.
I just can't tell. Got it. First down, Falcons. Whoa. What a huge first down, Jeff, with 11:41 left. And it's 1st and 10 from the 30.
the execution today of this Falcon football team, the goal line stands, the field position, the special teams who were able to get the block pump, the offensive execution, 8 out of 11 third downs.
Finneran goes to the right. Powerhouse backfield again. Crumpler lining up in the backfield with Lane and Duckett on 1st and 10 from the 30. Here is Duckett who gets the call, and up the middle to about the 28-yard line as he stretches out. And we no longer can see the hash mark, so it's an inexact science. Steve Warren on the tackle for Green Bay. Pick up of maybe a yard.
Footing is not there, Jeff. And just watching him trying to make that cut to get back, the footing is very treacherous.
Come on, clock, roll. 10:49 left in the ball game. Falcons 197 yards rushing. Green Bay 55. 2nd and 9. Double tight end set for the Falcons. Finneran to the left. Mike Vick under center. And here is the give. It is T.J. Duckett left side, just plowing ahead into the waiting arms of Hunt. It's a pickup of 3. So 3rd down and about 7.
This is old smash mouth type football that a little bit we've seen the Falcons line to do this on teams like the New Orleans Saints this year. They've been able to control the ball. Warwick Dunn's had some big days. Smash mouth football.
10th play of the drive coming up. 3rd and 7 here in the snow of historic Lambeau. Warwick Dunn, the lone setback behind Mike Vick. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Straight drop, here comes the blitz. Vick in trouble, gets rid of the football, going up top end zone, and it's incomplete. And Vick just had to get rid of that football. They were coming in a hurry, and the target was McCord, but he was well covered by the Green Bay defensive back.
Well, you wanted that matchup. You get the safety, Matt Bowen, on McCord. McCord's got better speed. Probably would have called interference if the ball would have been in play, but the ball's out of play, uncatchable, because Bowen is shoving McCord a little bit soon.
Jay Feely is hit from 22 yards. He's hit from 23, and this will be a 45-yard attempt. Though the wind is still, the field is treacherous, and it's snowing, and this is not a place where the ball carries. Needless to say. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is on the way. It is long enough, and it is no good. It is wide left. So a 45-yard kick by Jay Feely is no good, and the Packers will get the football with 9 minutes and 42 seconds left in the ball. Falcons lead 27-7. We'll take a break.
Scoreboard
This
check.
is the WGSP.
The Jets over the Colts earlier today, 41-0. They move on. Chad Pennington over 200 yards of passing in that ball game. Tomorrow afternoon, Cleveland at Pittsburgh, 1 p.m. kick. 4:30 start. The Giants are at San Francisco. Back to Lambeau Field.
Today's game brought to you in part by 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. 9:42 left in the ball game. 27-7 Falcons lead the Packers. 1st and 10 for Green Bay from the 35-yard line. Jeff, will we see Favre throw the ball every down at this point?
I think they almost feel like they have to, Jeff. I mean, you got to have some possession changes even if you score.
Out of the shotgun with 5 receivers. Here's Favre throwing, and it is almost intercepted by Keon Carpenter. Oh, man, he almost had that football at the 35-yard line. It's incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Lucky Favre on that one. Let's go to Pete.
If you're wondering where Terry Glenn is, the receiver for the Packers, he suffered a concussion earlier in the game and is not coming back.
Injury update brought to you by Piedmont Hospital. 2nd and 10 from the 35. That stops the clock at 9:38 left in the ball game. Right in the hands of Carpenter.
Well, he's had a great year, though.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Out of the shotgun is Brett Favre. Falcons are showing blitz. Here they come. And a penalty marker goes flying. Free play for Favre downfield, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Jerron Bolden, but that's going to be against the Falcons.
You see, well, I think it's Sam Rogers. Sam Rogers.
Holding. Wait a minute.
Well, there's going to be a holding call in the backfield, too, on the Packers. But the first penalty is going to be offsides on Sam Rogers for crossing the line of scrimmage or being in the neutral zone. But then there's a holding in the backfield around Favre, and I didn't catch who that was. That's what they're going to call there. So we got offsetting, but we lose the interception. I mean, you just never know when a play like is going to happen like that. Favre knows he's got a free play offsides. He throws it up for grabs.
Holding, 62 offense, penalties offset, replay the down, 2nd down.
Marco Rivera out of Joe Palan, Penn State, the right guard. So 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Favre, through the first 8 games, had 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His last 8 games, 12 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. 2nd and 10 from the 35. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Under center is Favre. Quick drop, throwing across the middle, and it's incomplete. Quick look-in pattern, and a big stick by Jerron Bolden. Fine job by Bolden as Javon Walker was trying to hang on to the football, but not with that kind of stick. It'll bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 from the 35.
Falcons have been all over these receivers tonight. This is the best this secondary has played in a long time. They have done a great job of pressuring these receivers.
3rd and 10 from the 35. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation for Brett Favre. Waiting on the snap. The future Hall of Famer. Here is Favre throwing the football, and it is caught by Javon Walker, who makes a great catch at the 41-yard line. Stopped by Ray Buchanan. A pickup of 24 yards. Boy, that was a bullet.
Yeah, I didn't see that it was Ray Buchanan or Mathis underneath. They should have had to maybe tap this ball away. He really fires this ball in there, but somebody's underneath has a chance to make the play, doesn't.
Inside of 9 minutes to play. 1st and 10 from the 41 of Atlanta. Shotgun formation for Favre. Throwing, and it is caught again and again by Javon Walker inside the 30 down to the 29. Ashley Ambrose on the stop, gain of 13 yards. And the Packers are in a hurry-up mode right now with 8 minutes and 39 seconds left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Will it be too little too late for Green Bay? And here is Favre on the handoff. It is Tony Fisher, and Fisher is met and dropped after a gain of 1. Keon Carpenter on the stop, and the play calling in question from those at Lambeau.
Well, he had to save his arm a little bit, maybe. You know, he's throwing so much. Let's just run one.
Hurry up offense now by the Packers on 2nd and 8 from the 26-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Favre now with time going far side of the football field. A diving attempt in the end zone made by Robert Ferguson. It's incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Jerron Bolden on the coverage for the Falcons.
Almost a big play. Bolden caught looking back at Favre, and I think he thinks he's going to get a pick and throw it short. Instead, Favre leads Ferguson. Ferguson can make this catch. He's got to go up in the air to make it, but Bolden looking in the backfield all the way.
He had a step on Bolden, too, didn't he?
Yes.
3rd and 8 from the 26. 8:05 left. 27-7. Falcons lead the Packers. Green Bay trying to get some points. Both receivers are to the right. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Now out of the backfield is Tony Fisher. Out of the shotgun, and penalty marker goes flying. This is going to be a motion penalty against the Packers. It'll force it back 5, so it'll turn it into 3rd and 13.
Now, if they're smart, this is a 4-down zone for the Packers.
Start, number 52 on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Frank Winters, the longtime center in his 16th year out of Western Illinois.
Well, really, it's false start on everybody but Frank. Frank snapped it late, and the guards and tackles were moving. But, you know, that's just paperwork. If you're smart here, you need 13. This is 4-down zone. I mean, they got 2 more zone downs to get it. Don't go deep down the field. Just try to convert the first. Get it close, 7-8 yards.
3rd and 13 from the 31 of Atlanta. Here's Favre out of the shotgun. Backpedaling, throwing. It's complete and knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line short of the 1st down. Pickup of 11. They bring up 4th and 2. Grabbed by Karsten Bailey. So Green Bay on 4th down will, of course, go for it with 7:59 left in the ballgame.
Clock has moved agonizingly slow.
That it has, but it is moving right now. 7:51. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Gun formation again for Brett Favre. 4th and 2. Here's the snap. Favre throwing and throws it beyond his receiver. Throws it beyond Karsten Bailey, who was well covered by Ray Buchanan. And Favre is going nuts right now, saying that there has got to be a penalty.
Throw him out. Throw him out of the game. I dare you. You can't sit there and badmouth the official. Throw him out of the game. Oh, come on.
27-7. Falcons, they get the football. This is the And we are back here at Lambeau. SunTrust Bank has donated $1,000 to the Atlanta Falcons Youth Foundation when the Falcons score a touchdown. We thank them for all that they have contributed this year. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line with Finneran in motion from right to left. And the Packers are showing blitz. Here is the handoff. T.J. Duckett straight ahead. He is gang tackled at the 20-yard line by a bunch of Packers, including Steve Warren, who's there first. Let's go to Pete Davis.
There's a mass exodus for the exits right now. Deer hunting season must have started.
Yeah. There is a lot of blaze orange here, isn't there?
I saw a lot of pickups out there with a row of lights over the top of them. Where they ride along at night, do that night hunting.
7 minutes and 8 seconds are left in the ball game. Falcons 27, Packers 7. And maybe a little bit of a conga line toward the parking lot. Just a few. 2nd and 10 from the 20. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. T.J. Duckett gets the pitch. He'll work left side. He's got some blockers in front of him. And across the 25-yard line, a pickup of 5. Nate Wayne is there from Ole Miss. Leading tackler for this Packers team. He is 6 feet, 235-pounder. Clock running at 6 minutes and 34 seconds. And going.
Well, the biggest thing now is don't give them anything. Don't turn this ball over. Keep the chains moving if you can. Keep the clock going. You must. But you just have to match what they do. And they did nothing. They went 4th and 2 and got nothing out of it. So you just have to match that. You do not have to score.
Rushing yards, Falcons 204, Green Bay 57. Gaylor and McCord go to the right. Finneran will come to the right. Mike Vick out of the shotgun on 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Here is the snap, and it is the end around to Quentin McCord. McCord stops, and he is brought down after a pickup of 1 to the 26-yard line. Nate Wayne is there for the tackle again. It'll bring up 4th down. Falcons 8 of 13 on 3rd down conversions now. And 4th and 4, clock running at 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in the game. We'll see Chris Moore. His 2nd punt of the game, a 33-yarder for his, check it, he has had 2 punts so far, so this will be his 3rd. And the deep man is Eric Metcalf.
Using clock nicely.
5:18 left in the ball game. 27-7, Falcons lead the Packers. Here's the snap. Boy, they are coming after him. He gets rid of it, and it is a short punt. Let's see what kind of bounce it takes. An Atlanta bounce. Keep going, ball. Keep going down to the 39-yard line of Green Bay, and it is down by Kevin McAdam out of Virginia Tech, a 35-yard punt, and it's a very happy thing to get rid of that punt given all the pressure coming his way. We'll take a break. 5:04 left in the ball game. 27-7. Falcons lead the Packers. Green Bay has it. This is the WGSP Atlanta. And we want to welcome those listening in Atlanta on 96 Rock. Yeah, come on. As the Falcons are up 27-7. 1st and 10 from the 39 for the Packers. Favre out of the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. He swings it out. It is complete, and run out of bounds is Tony Fisher, the running back, along the Falcons sideline by Jerron Bolden. It's a pickup of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. We're under 5 minutes left in the ball game at 4:59. Jeff, do they have enough time to put a scare on the Falcons at this point, or are you starting to think?
Well, I like it. I mean, you got 3 scores. They have to have 3 touches to beat you. And, as long as you don't turn it over or you don't give up the quick, big play.
2nd and 9 from the 40. 4 wide receivers. A loose ball. It is loose after the snap to Favre. And Ellis Johnson has come up with the football. Has he come up with it? Falcons have it on the turnover. 3rd turnover. It's Pat Kearney who comes up with the ball. The Falcons get the turnover, and that may be lights out on the Packers tonight.
Yeah, that's the killer right there. A high shotgun snap, he's unable to get, or low shotgun snap, excuse me.
There goes the crowd.
Unable to get it, they're leaving. This team is beaten. The Falcons have done something that, nobody's done. This is an amazing game by the Atlanta Falcons tonight.
Falcons were the last team to win here at Lambeau in November of 2001. Came very close to beating the Packers in the overtime, of course, here on the opening week of the NFL season.
They just play well here, Jeff. I mean, it's really it's come to that, hasn't it?
Well, I don't think it's quite that simple. That they anytime they come up to Lambeau, they play well. I think you got to give them credit defensively, special teams, certainly their offense. They really prepared their team well to come in here and to take this game right away from Green Bay. They started at the first play, and they really haven't given up hardly anything. Green Bay's got less than 300 yards of offense. He's throwing the ball all the time. They've gotten the turnovers. What is that? Their second turnover. They have an interception now. Their third, excuse me. They've blocked a punt. They've done everything you want your football team to do in any game, but certainly in a big game like this. Unbelievable.
Billy, let's go to you.
At halftime, I went in there to get warm, and I was hearing somebody from the Green Bay side saying that these guys were playing with no enthusiasm, but more importantly, they'd given up. And obviously, after the big play that Brett Favre had, looking at those guys, there was no enthusiasm, there was no sense of urgency, and this is the reason. It was going to be a good outcome for the Falcons.
Jeff, how does that happen? How does a team not have enthusiasm? You go 12-4. Given parity in the NFL, you've got as good a chance to be in the Super Bowl as anybody.
I think they're an overinflated 12-4 team. I was talking to Larry McCarron, the fine center, and does their radio. He said that before the game, he thinks Green Bay hit the wall. And they've had too many injuries, lost both starting tackles, lost Joe Johnson. They've lost Amon Green, Terry Glenn tonight, Donald Driver. Too many injuries, they've hit the wall.
1st and 10 from the 25. The give is to Warwick Dunn, left side, met and brought down for no gain. Let's go back to Pete downstairs. Pete?
The reason Billy broke up there at the end
Green Bay
is that Arthur Blank came by and gave him a big old hug right there.
What a great moment it's got to be for Mr. Blank being down on the field. Your first year as an owner. And, when you look at the history of the Atlanta Falcons, not only has it been very, very difficult, in 40 years to get into the postseason, but to have the kind of success where you're on the road at one of, maybe the most historic of all venues in the National Football League.
Well, the difficulty of winning here, which was thrown up constantly all week long, and it was rightly so. Nobody had done it, and the Falcons had stumbled in the fourth quarter. But Mr. Blank has certainly got to be happy. The Governor Perdue is here tonight. Governor-elect Perdue is here tonight. Excuse me, he hasn't sworn in yet. Joe Gibbs was on the sideline earlier. So I shudder to think of who's going to be showing up in Philadelphia. This Falcon team is really excited people this year.
2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line, and Mike Vick wants to throw. Play action coming near side and incomplete as Algie Crumpler can't make the catch. Kind of a tough catch at the 22-yard line, but given how cold it is with the snow and all, every catch is a tough one.
Yeah.
And it stops the clock with 4 minutes and 42 seconds left.
Looked like Algie relaxed just briefly. The back wasn't anywhere near him, and he should have made that catch. You're right, the cold certainly has an effect on all the receivers. I'm assuming that Algie's wearing gloves. Most receivers do.
But maybe mittens there. 3rd and 10 from the 25. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Algie, one of the really good guys on the roster out of North Carolina. Shotgun formation for Mike Vick. And Vick with time, throwing the football too tall for Brian Finneran at the 14-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down. And we will see Jay Feely.
Now let's tighten up a little bit here, guys. I don't like that play calling. I think you run this ball, run clock. You're 4:38. I have no idea why you're throwing the ball right now. And then don't get loose in the offensive line. We can talk about the game being over up here.
Right.
They got to play this thing to the end. But the last time they just let Biamilla in there, Bob Whitfield deal, and he really racked up Mike Vick.
43-yard attempt for Jay Feely with Chris Moore holding. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is on the way, and it is short, no good. So Feely has missed. He's hit from 22 and 23, but he's missed from 45 and 43, and Green Bay gets the ball back. And Falcons didn't eat much clock up there, inside
30 seconds maybe.
About 30 seconds, yeah.
Bad series, a very poor series. I don't know where the focus was on that series of plays.
1st and 10 from the 33 for Brett Favre. He'll come out firing here. 2 receivers to the near side, and he's got 2 receivers to the far side. Here's the snap to Brett Favre. Setting, dumping it out of the backfield. It's caught by Tony Fisher, and Fisher is down to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 9, tackled by Keith Brooking. Clock running at 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. Favre out of the shotgun again. Pumps once, now comes near side, and it is incomplete, or is it caught? Waiting, it's incomplete. The back judge says no, sir. Karsten Bailey did not hang on. 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in the game. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, they ran one play in that series, and Green Bay used a timeout, and then they threw it twice. And both incomplete stopped the time. They could have run Green Bay out of timeouts with 2 runs, I think. Or at least maybe had them use one of more of their timeouts.
2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Brett Favre, shotgun formation again. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Favre setting and throwing. It is caught by Robert Ferguson at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. Ray Buchanan on the tackle, and now inside of 4 minutes. 3:54 and running. Hurry up offense by Green Bay. Down 27-7 to the Falcons. Shotgun formation. Brett Favre, here's the snap. He's looking left, looking right, now going downfield, and it's incomplete. Good job by the Falcon defender as Kevin Mathis got his arm on the football, and for a moment was thinking perhaps about an interception as Tyrone Davis was the target. 3:39 left. That'll bring up 4th and 6.
3rd, 4th down attempt today by Green Bay. A goal line stand by the Falcons. In the last series, they held them on 4th and 2, and here a big 4th and 6.
Green Bay is 0 for 2 on 4th down. Let's see what they do here. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation for Favre on 4th and 6 from the 47-yard line of Green Bay. And a penalty marker. That'll be a motion penalty against the Packers. It's been that kind of night for him.
Yeah.
Ball start. 84 offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
That's Javon Walker.
Walker's had some big grabs tonight.
Sure has.
Their number 1 pick. He had a couple of good grabs in that opening game. I remember a big 3rd down that got him going in that opening game of the year here on this field. But
5 catches, 104 yards for Walker. Didn't have this kind of precipitation in Seminole country. 4th and 11 from the 42 out of the shotgun now. Here's Favre throwing downfield, and it is deflected and intercepted. Picked off. Ray Buchanan got his hands on it. And then the interception is garnered by Keon Carpenter, his 2nd of the night. And I'll tell you what, Jeff, he has come close to having about 4 picks tonight because he had 2 of them that were in his hands that were dropped. And if you would like to begin singing "The Lights Are Out" here in Green Bay, you may begin to do that now.
Keon Carpenter was a big-time pickup for the Falcons at that safety spot. He's really played well. I think he's known mostly not as a big playmaker, but if I'm not mistaken, that's his 6th interception of the year. And now let's keep it on the ground.
1st and 10 from the 40 with 3:33 left in the ballgame. A double tight end set, offset, I formation. Mike Vick on the give. T.J. Duckett left side, bouncing off one tackler, is up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5, tackled by Matt Bowen. And now we see the clock dancing at 3:23, and Green Bay will take a timeout, and we will keep it here. I was talking with Dan Reeves the other day at practice, and I was joking with him about, when he leaves the earth and he's 100 years old and goes to that big football land in the sky, the headline's going to say Dan Reeves, who once played in the Ice Bowl, and he laughed and he said, you know what, he never thought at the time that it would garner the kind of attention that it has through the decades. It really has grown in lore, Jeff, that people never get tired of seeing the old film or hearing about it. Dan's got a scar on his face where a tooth broke through when he got hit in that ball game.
I do remember the game, just watching it on TV when I was a junior in college. Jethro Pugh, I think, had frostbitten 2 or 3 of his toes on his foot.
2nd and 5. Duckett gets the call left side, and he is gang tackled by a host of Packers. Nate Wayne is there. No gain. 3 minutes and 13 seconds remain in the ball game. Let's go to Pete Davis. Hello, Pete.
Travis Claridge is out of the game. He was taking oxygen a few minutes ago, and he seemed to be in a little pain, but we don't know exactly why. Kevin Schaefer is in for him right now.
All right, Schaefer in for Travis Claridge. And Green Bay has taken another timeout with 3:09 left. Falcons facing a 3rd and 5 from their 45-yard line. The Falcons, if they keep it going here and don't do anything outrageous, get ready for Philadelphia and the Eagles. Pretty good football team, those Eagles.
Well, McNabb is back practicing. They'll have had the 2 weeks to get their team ready. I'm sure they were preparing to play Green Bay, although they also did some preparation with the Falcons. But I would think that their coaching staff thought Green Bay would beat the Falcons here.
Playoff update brought to you by the Athlete's Foot. 3rd and 5 from the 45-yard line. And here is the pitch. It is Duckett right side trying to turn the corner, and he loses the football but comes up with it. And he is taken down for a 7-yard loss. Hang on to that football, TJ. 2 minutes and 55 seconds are left. Packers have 1 timeout left. Is that correct? They don't have any timeouts left.
No timeouts left.
So here comes Chris Moore getting ready to punt. And Metcalf is the deep man for Green Bay.
Well, I mean, this would be one of the most incredible comebacks in history.
Don't even say it.
I mean, they're going to get this ball, and they'll have the 2-minute warning is about it.
Moore waiting on the snap. And here it is. Here comes the pressure. Gets rid of the punt. And it's short. And it takes a Green Bay bounce. And brought down at the 29-yard line by Kevin McAdam, who is ever present on special teams. When you think about anybody from Virginia Tech, Frank Beamer's special teams are always terrific. 29-yard punt. And we will keep it here with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the ball game. And Brett Favre comes back out onto the field.
That ball knuckled back to McAdams, so it was a dead ball there for the Falcons, or a dead ball for the Falcons. The Packers can pick it up. Metcalf tried to and got buried by Matt Stewart and Gerald McBurrows. They just jumped all over him.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for Brett Favre. Here's the snap. Favre slips. He is back up, in trouble. He is hit and sacked at the 30-yard line by Pat Kearney, who gets Brett Favre. And the Falcons, have the Falcons come up with the ball? Yes, they have. Losing the football is Favre. And the Falcons get the football, and that is about it, with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the ball game.
Great rush that time by John Theory. Played here with Green Bay, working against Flanagan. He's the guy who's back into Favre's face the very first time as Favre comes up from the slip.
5th turnover tonight. Boy, Favre really took a lick from Kearney. And the ball popped out as Favre was on his way down. Kearney. And the Falcons get possession, and they will get the victory tonight.
Kearney picking up his 11.5 sack of the year after having 12 last year, and is second on this team in tackles, which was very surprising to me. Or 3rd on this team in tackles and he leads all linemen, but he's 3rd overall in tackles.
On 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, Mike Vick handoff, and it is T.J. Duckett who was brought down for a sizable loss by Hunt. A loss of 6. Falcons will take a break for the 2-minute warning. Today's 2-minute warning brought to you by AMCO, AAMCO. Falcons 27, Packers 7, 2 minutes left in the game. And welcome back to Lambeau, everyone. I'm Jeff Hullinger with Jeff Van Note, Billy Whiteshoes Johnson, and Pete Davis. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Falcons with a good old-fashioned tail kicking of the Packers today, Jeff. I think it's probably the best way to define this thing.
Let's trash them now, huh? I mean, we just
kicked their butts today. I mean, let's go to Pete Davis. Pete?
I've been following this team since '69. I think this is the 3rd biggest win after the NFC Championship game, the win against San Francisco to get to Minnesota, and I think this is the 3rd biggest in their history.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Jeff. You agree with that?
Yeah, that's a great point, Pete.
On 2nd down, Mike Vick will take a knee. And the Falcons are out of timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. And, we talked about it at the outset of the broadcast. You don't have to be any great sports fan or football poobah to know that so goes Mike Vick, so goes the Atlanta Falcons, and he was just sharp tonight, and the team really follows suit.
Well, I really like the play of their offensive line tonight. I thought that they controlled the line of scrimmage from the very first play. They provided him a lot of time. They got the run game growing. They cranked up both Warwick Dunn and T.J. Duckett, and we've seen the success that they've had when they run both those fellas. So then it was a total team game because of the way the defense with the goal line stand, the turnovers, and certainly the block punt by the special teams.
On third down, Mike Vick takes a knee, and that will whittle more time off the clock. Really an amazing win. You come up here, Jeff, and this is a Falcons team that has not played real well the last month. They've gone 1-3. And I think about what Dan Reeves said to me the other day was, look, if we get something done in the red zone, everything will take care of itself. For all practical purposes, he said they just haven't been able to punch the ball in. They were able to do that tonight, and it's made a difference.
Yeah, they just haven't looked very sharp, though, overall, their overall game the last 4 weeks. I mean, it was a nice win against Detroit, and the 5 field goals get shielded by the fact Detroit's a lousy football team. Against a good team, sometimes stuff like that comes back and haunts you. But they have not looked as sharp as this against. This is a 12-4 team, and they've got a lot of injuries, a lot of starters out. But this is to come in here and do what they've done tonight. This is a shock to the NFL.
I'm really anxious to see this Falcons team against Philadelphia. We talked about it also at the beginning about it's possible to get hot. It's possible to be one of those teams, the Patriots or the Broncos in '97, to get hot in the postseason where you believe the good things are going to happen. It's a short season now.
Well, Philadelphia is a much sterner test, mainly because their defense is outstanding. It has a lot of the type of players that Tampa Bay has.
Chris Moore punting the ball into the Packer end zone, so Green Bay will get the football at the 20 with 20 seconds left. Jeff, thanks. Jeff on his way to the locker room right now, and it's no easy jaunt here in Green Bay. It is a long, long walk. So, Jeff, hopefully we will hear from you again in the minutes ahead. So 20 seconds are left. Brett Favre bringing out the offense. The majority of the sold-out Lambeau Field has made their way toward the parking lot and their grills. And it's all Atlanta. So Favre under center on first down with 19 seconds left. That's it. He just throws the ball back to the official. And, gang, that's it. The Falcons have won the wild card game here. And they have done it in a remarkable way. 27-7 in the snow of Lambeau Field. It really is astonishing to come up here, a team from a warm climate and from a dome that comes up here and absolutely takes it to the 12-4 Packers. We'll come back. We will review the game and look ahead as the Falcons now start thinking about the Philadelphia Eagles. And all things seem possible tonight here in Wisconsin. This is the WGST.
NFL, the Falcons' fifth quarter show is brought to you by Georgia Power, Airtran Airways, Piedmont Hospital, Georgia Lottery, Train Heating and Air Conditioning, Toyota, Stone Mountain Harley-Davidson, Geico, Benjamin Moore, Friedman's Shoes, AC Delco, Singular Wireless, GMC. Here's the voice of the Falcons, Jeff Hullinger.
From Lambeau, 27-7, Falcons over the Packers in one of the great performances in Atlanta Falcon history. Now it's on to Philadelphia to take on an Eagles team that many believe might win a Super Bowl here in 2003. But right now, these Falcons look like they can handle about anybody or anything if you come up to Lambeau with this sellout crowd and snow and 25 degrees, and you're able to take care of a 12-4 team, a team that has not lost here in the postseason. And that's an amazing statistic that has been snuffed out by the Atlanta Falcons. Some of the final numbers: Atlanta 21 first downs, Green Bay 14. Rushing yards 193 for Atlanta, 57 for Green Bay. 57 for Green Bay. Passing yards 117 for Atlanta, 224 for Green Bay. Total yards 310 for the Falcons, 281 for Green Bay. Turnovers 5 for the Packers. That's a killer tonight from the Green Bay perspective. None for the Falcons. Penalties really not a part of this game. 6 total. Each club had 3 of them. And the final 27-7. Today's call of the game is brought to you by AT&T Wireless. Three receivers to the right. Warwick Dunn behind Mike Vick. Finneran in motion. He will go to the left side. Here is Vick wanting to throw, setting. Plenty of time. Looks right, looks left. Throwing, finding Sean Jefferson. Touchdown Falcons. Falcons are on the board. And on the board indeed, a 10-yard touchdown reception for the Falcons. Their first score in the first quarter. The turning point of the game brought to you by Toyota. Ryan Longwell missed the first of two in the first quarter to hold Green Bay scoreless, and I think that really got the attention of a lot of folks on the Falcons sideline. And you know, you talk about so many things that went the Falcons' way tonight. The great special teams play, their wonderful defense and offense was terrific, and also they got a little bit of help on the 5 turnovers and the missed field goals. Some of the other stuff to talk about, power play of the game brought to you by Georgia Power. Here's the snap, and Bidwell almost gets it blocked. He does! It's blocked! Falcons dive on the ball in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta! So the Falcons get the touchdown on the special team work. The defensive player of the game brought to you by National Mortgage. Keon Carpenter, 2 actual interceptions, 2 near misses. He could have had 4 picks tonight. He had, I think, maybe the best game in a Falcon uniform that we have seen from Keon Carpenter out of Virginia Tech. The offensive player of the game, who else? Brought to you by Airtran Airways, Mike Vick. No fumbles, no interceptions, 172 yards, total offense. And the Falcons get the victory tonight at historic Lambeau, 27-7, and they move on in the NFL postseason. We will take a break here, and we will come back. Jeff Van Note in the Falcons locker room with a lot of interviews for us. I'll try and get down there, too, if I can make my way through the huddled masses here. We'll do that straight ahead. This is the WGST Atlanta Falcons Radio Network on 96.